Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners. Oh, UV.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
All right.
You start.
We're on.
Oh, cool. Hi. Hello, fans and teammates of Reality Skewed Gamers. My name's Jessica.
I'm Jenna.
And we're both community development managers here at the American Cancer Society. We're very grateful to all of you who donated to Reality Skewed Gamers and, of course, to our Reality Skewed Gamer runners themselves. You guys raised well over $17,000 for Star Wars Rival Run weekend back in April, and that was our highest fundraising team. And you guys are pretty famous in our office. We just took Finity around the office, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, you're the gamer guy!" So thank you very much.
And I think we made new fans. This guy back here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to say we appreciate you guys. We promise that your funds are going to good use here. We gave Finity a little tour and introduced him to some of our people who help spend the money that you guys raised. So some of that money goes to life-saving cancer research. It goes to help with our Road to Recovery program, which gives cancer patients rides to and from treatment. What are some other fun ones? Free wigs, our hotel partners program here in Chicago. So a bunch of definitely needed resources for cancer patients and their caregivers. So thank you guys very, very much.
Yeah, and please take part in Star Wars or another event sometime soon. We'd love to have you guys on board. So thanks for your support.
Yeah, if you're runners, let us know. We'll
And
hook you up.
And if you're not runners,
But you
let
want
us
to be a
know.
runner, or if you want to walk, that's what I would do.
Anything goes.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Hey everybody, we're back better than ever, coming at you, RSG, the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. I am Ranger J1999, your host and part of the illustrious RSG crew. We've got a awesome panel for you guys tonight. Holy bejesus, do we have a lot to cover. It's mind-numbing. I'm doing everything myself, so I'm already losing my mind. So I've taken tons of amphetamines and caffeine and mixed it in all with a little bit of heroin. No, the last part I made up, I don't have any. I can't afford it. But glad to have you guys here. Welcome to Wednesday Night Show, the longest running show in the community, where we break down all the latest and the greatest in news and notes and give you a little bit of insight of what it all means. Glad to see everybody in chat. Skewers Unite. Glad to see you guys in the chat. And we have got a jam-packed show, and we've got a lot of awesome guests for you guys tonight. Let's introduce everybody, and then we'll get into the mechanisms, and we'll start doing the show. So that being said, let's introduce everybody you do know. Of course, we have the lovely Tits McVenom. You're muted. Every time.
Every time. I think I would learn by now. What, have we been together like a year and a half, 2 years?
God, yes, I hear you.
Yes. I don't know. It feels
yes,
like
we hear you. Yes.
Feels like forever, Grande.
Yeah. Feels
Should I take that
like
as a
forever.
Yes, you should definitely take that as a compliment.
I'm
It
going to.
was
Yes.
meant as one.
Yes.
Good.
You can't get rid of his tits whether you wanted to or not at this point. It's too late. So
I'd never want to.
that's right. Oh, we just got a donation. Speaking of donations, if you'd like to donate, we've got the super chat function going. So get that donation train started. You can see Lord Vader's Cup of Plenty as in front of you as it stands. And if you'd like to donate, then you can. And cool stuff drops from the sky like Poop-Filled Baby Rangers. As we just had Think Kyrell donated, he said, The ACS knows who the RSG leader is. I don't see Ranger or anyone else getting a trip in private tour. Hashtag RSG leader affinity.
That truth? Or
No.
it wouldn't be funny.
No. Someone has to actually do the work around here. You know, I'm just saying. Someone has to hold down the goddamn fort, you know.
Ooh, I've got my glass of wine so I can just like,
Do some damn work.
every time you say something crazy, Ranger.
That's right. Someone's got to hold the goddamn fort down and keep everybody
Oh my
together.
God.
So, all right. So there we go. But thank you for the $5 thing. I know you're just trolling, but it is a great cause. We are very proud of what we did for ACS. So there you go. Also,
We're proud of you guys for what happened with ACS.
Yeah, it really was everybody else,
yes.
the community.
Yeah, the community. You know, so I mean, that's why we played the video for you guys. So thank you again for everything that you guys did to help support us. Go destroy ourselves. Half marathon. It was definitely worth it. Also joining us, the man, the myth, the legend, the brown Gandalf, the beardless one, the government Wi-Fi stealer, the chicken chaser, the French tickler himself, Grande Verge Pappy Patron is here.
What's up, everybody? So glad to be here again, and glad you guys are watching and listening at home.
That's right.
So, super glad we have a lot to talk to you guys about.
We got a lot of guests to talk about it. Also joining us, he's off camera. We've got King Felix with us.
Good afternoon, ladies
Oh
and
my
gentlemen.
gosh, Felix, it's been forever.
This is Blast from the Past. You
I
still
have
playing?
You missed.
I have been quite busy.
Yes.
I do still play. I am doing a fleet battle as we speak. And guess, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's Han and MILF versus Han and MILF. It's crazy.
Okay.
It's like fleet is the only has one meta. I don't know, it's crazy.
Okay. So
Regular arena only has one meta.
yeah,
What are you
yeah.
talking about?
I mean, I'm just throwing
Anyway,
that out
yes.
there. So,
Good day, everyone.
also join us. We've got a couple of special guests. Oh, we just got $2 from Nute. Says, "Miss, give more magic missiles at the Darkness Fund."
I cast magic missile.
There's no why.
I
There's
totally
nothing-
did. You asked me at the beginning of the quest if I wanted to cast.
But you didn't
any
say what-
protective spells, and I said yes. I want to cast Mordecai's magic watchdog.
Still the best skit ever. What? Why? Are you, there's nothing to attack there. Why are you attack there?
I'm attacking the darkness.
You have to have the pause. I'm attacking the darkness. All right. So Miss is here as well. Glad to have you here, Miss Passier. How's it going? Hi there, Miss. You do sure smell like flowers. Boy, oh boy.
Yes, I'm here, and my Sith fighter is still 3 stars.
Mine's not even touched, I think. So, also, breaking news. I don't know if you guys know this. Grande Patron is still playing the game. Just wanted to throw that out there. He is still playing the game. So that's important information for you guys to know.
Continuing his quest for the #1 hard node.
Yes.
No, not even close, man. That guy is so far ahead of me. There's no way.
Yeah, well, you can at least say you're trying.
Yeah, but thank you again, for the donation, and keep the donations coming. God darn nugget. Also join us is a new YouTuber who we are very proud to have here from MCMW1. He's been a long-time player, some we've known, but he's now started doing YouTube, and we want to support him. The Mandalore himself, Mandalore. There he is, folks. Say hello, Mandalore.
What's up, guys?
And he's wearing
Thanks
his
for having
special
me.
mask.
I really
Yes.
appreciate it.
Danny, I
Appreciate you
really,
guys having me on.
I really love that mask.
Oh, he's got more.
I'll make you one. I got a couple more
Look
behind.
at that.
Don't
Look.
threaten me with gifts, buddy.
I'll do
I
it.
mean,
You know what? Even better, I can teach you how to do it. 'Cause you can definitely do it on
She
your own.
does like arts and
do
crafts.
you even know me? If I can have someone else do it, I'm gonna have someone else do it.
Okay, well.
Oh, Lord.
kidding.
All
I would
speaking
love
of
to-
stands.
I'm teasing. I would love to learn.
Yes.
Teach me.
Oh, hey, we just got a $10 donation from Mouse
Hump
Kanata.
day!
She said, "Happy Hump Day, Mike. Guess what day it is, Grande? Guess what day it is? Hump Day."
Hey!
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
And the guy just gives in so great. Hump Day. It's Hump Day.
I knew this was gonna happen. The Honkler says Mandalore sounds like me. Ranger even thinks Mandalore with the mask on sounds like me. Because with the mask on, he does sound. Without the mask on, he does not sound as much like me. But it's pretty crazy.
You know what? It's funny. Taylor, who's muted right now, totally sounds like TJ Miller.
Oh, Geek Felix? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. You know, I didn't even think about that. Now that you mention it,
He sounds just like TJ Miller, man.
Wow, that's a compliment. That's high praise.
I think it's hilarious.
Tits is trying not to laugh. She covers her mouth. It's so cute.
I'm like prepared. I even brought my like little Darth Maul mask to cover up my face from laughing because Miss always like tries to make me break.
Deadpool Kyle. Another $5 donation.
Oh, what did he say?
So he said, I'm here to see lovely McVenom.
Yes.
Just kidding. Love you guys. Keep rocking RSG. You guys are rock stars.
Thanks,
And then
Kyle.
and then McVenom, your favorite viewer, Merkenfeed. Merkenfeed said, "Where's Finn?"
He's in Chicago.
He's in Chicago.
Posted a little 20-second freak out at a Bob Ross painting.
I know,
On a Bob Ross
God.
painting. Merkenfeed, I'm just gonna tell you, Merkenfeed. You donate as much as you want. I will read every one of them and say your name times.
You have to. They donated.
I love Merkenfeed. For those of you who don't know, McVenom really has this foot fetish, and especially if you have feet, especially if you have really nice feet and you wear.
That's not even close.
So
that is not even it,
true, Grande.
Stop
That's
it.
wrong.
Okay,
Just
so I
stop
gotta
it.
go.
Yeah. Don't blame you. It's just Grande. Stop it.
But what if they're big and hairy?
Okay, that's enough. This is not. We're not going there. All right. All right. Yes. All right. So let's get into the mechanisms. All right. So how things work here. First of all, if you have questions, pop your questions in the chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement because I'm scooping them up. And if you don't do it, then I'm not going to see them. And that's on you, not me. So make sure you put question, the word question for your question. So it pops up. We use Nightbot. That's how we are able to get the logs.
Let me try to help you out and actually.
Well, help Grande when we get to questions so Grande can do that. So the other thing is make sure you stop right now. Give us a thumbs up on the video. It helps us monetization. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Always good so you can get notifications of when we're streaming. When YouTube wants to give you notifications, that's a whole separate animal. Make sure if you haven't followed us on Twitch and sudden follows on Twitch, then please do. We just got another donation. Maz Kanata, $10 says, come back, say Finn, or don't come back at all. Dun, dun,
Okay.
Dun. So check us out on Twitch. We have our Patreon program. If you would like to become a Patreon and support us through Patreon, get a lot of awesome stuff from being a Patreon member. You get your $10 or more Patreon every month. You can move your roster view if you have one for the lunch stream. We do that every day at lunch from 12 to 1. You can bump that to the front of the line. We'll do yours before anybody else. You also have access anytime I'm doing mini roster reviews where I will look at your stuff. No questions. Just go in there and help answer any of your questions. And then we do a lot of fun stuff on the background. We did a mod workshop for you guys. We hang out with you guys and answer your questions. We do Tits' roster review. So there's a lot of cool stuff that we do for that. And then if you just want to just get to the channel, we've got it set up on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, support the channel. You can just skip all that and just give money that way. And then we also have Super Chat, and Super Chat set up so you can see all the cool stuff drop. $3 or less is Porgs. $3.01 to $20 is the famous Poopfield Baby Rangers. And then $20.01 or more gets the pickle extravaganza where the damn pickle, that stupid ass yelling pickle, blows in my ear every damn time. And I have to hear that stupid song and, ugh, good Lord. So, but yes, that's what we do for you guys. Fun. It's super. It's great.
I like it.
Yeah. You don't have to listen to it all the time. So there we go. So glad to have everybody here in chat. Now's the time. Now, we're not going to do a Twitter question today. Too much for me to handle. But we are.
What's the shout out word?
Oh,
That's
look.
where he's getting to.
Look
There
who
he
it is. It's Loki, the lightsaber builder, has appeared. It is not feet.
I was just about to say, Loki, I'm so glad you're here. You can save me from these jerks. And then you go.
I'm a jerk, man. I want feet.
I just can't. Yeah. Tits, you can do with them whatever you like. I will not stop you. I will help you if need be. If you want to beat them severely with something, I will hold them still so you can take whatever vengeance you deem necessary. So there you go. All right, now that we got that out of the way, the shout-out word of the day is not going to be feet. The shout-out word of the day is going to be hurricane. And make sure you spell it right, because we were doing hurricane because King Felix's new little baby is turning 1 year old. Yes, 1 year old in 2 days.
That's correct. 1 year old on the 21st of June.
That's right. And spell it for the fans out there so they get it right.
HURRICANE.
There you go.
Hurricane.
So, yes. Ooh, we had some action in the cup. $2 from Bimatsu. He said, "Did Miss get a..."
Good job, Mist. By the way, it is her middle name, so you should have capitalized it, but okay.
Okay.
My shift key is broken.
Is your caps lock broken?
Yeah, Bimatsu just noted $2. Said, "Did Miss get a 600 done yet? Get on it."
Yep,
already done. That is many hurricanes I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's a lot of hurricanes. Hey, Thank Kyrell just noted $2. Team said, "Hey, Loki, you still playing?"
Yeah, he's still playing.
I would say so.
Yeah, he's still playing. So there we go.
Grimm's rock you like a hurricane? Yes. That's
rock you like a hurricane.
And there's Finity with hurricane. Oh, Finity can't capitalize it either. Just so you guys know, that is her middle name. I would like some respect on that.
Show some respect, y'all.
Felix, I'm super excited that her birthday is the 21st, she said?
Yes.
Yours is the last cross stitch that I was working on for Hurricane.
I've been waiting for quite some time.
Almost done.
I don't even have mine yet, so you'll probably get yours before I'll get mine.
No, I've got them all done except for that one, and I'm going to ship them all out together. But I'm almost done with yours, so it'll be done before her birthday. So that's...
Oh, very nice. There you go.
It'll be done before her birthday?
Yeah.
Damn, it's 2 days.
Oh, wait, no, it won't be done. No, I'm sorry. Shortly after her birthday.
Never mind.
I'm going to go tell the baby that you lied to her.
It happens. Get used to disappointment, Hurricane.
Woof. That's cynical.
It's all right. All right. Did we need to shout out the Patreons?
No, we do that at the end, Grande.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I don't want to miss something.
No, that's fine. Yeah, all the Patreons VIPs are flowing up top, so you can see your names up there, and then we'll do a special shout out for the gold Patreons at the end of the show, like we always do. So, all right, let me see here. We've got the Hurricane name. I'm just going to read these off. Nothing special today, folks, because we got a lot of news to get to. Usually we'll do some kind of funny voice or something, but today I just want to get through this and make sure we shout out your names because it's always fun, and we appreciate you guys. So let us begin. Give me a second here. Just pulling it up.
Wait, Ranger, let me interrupt you real quick. What else 73? His question was, Felix's wife let him pick Hurricane as her middle name. Does she have a sister that's available by chance? Because that... Well, I have to apologize. She only has 2 brothers, so if you don't swing that way, you're out of luck.
It's 2019. It's 2019.
This was compensation from having a second straight girl, and I needed something to help me with my depression. So
I know about depression. You should see me at the lunch stream. Depression.
So we named her Hurricane, and it might technically be her middle name, but nobody calls her her first name anyway, so it's okay.
Hey, we got Darth Microtransactions in the house. Hey, what's going on?
Nice.
My favorite ginger in the Galaxy of Heroes, besides myself, who is also ginger. So there we go. All right.
I had the most fun watching him with his brother the other night. And
Yeah,
he deleted
it's good
it.
stuff.
I know. I knew that stream was going to get deleted as soon as he made it. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's great.
All right,
here we go. So shout outs to everybody. Thank you for your support. But for everybody who put in Hurricane, here we go. That spelled it correctly. Miss Passier, you get a check mark. John Moran gets a check mark. Stoner Jedi gets a check mark. Dr. Feelgood, Fatality V2. Well, here's a new name I haven't seen before. Briaris Aegeon? Aegeon? I can't... A-E-G-E-A-O-N.
Aegon?
Aegon? Could it be Aegon? I'm not sure. It's spelled a little different than I'm used to, but... Okay, Aegon.
Aegon?
Briaris
Let's go with Aegon.
Let's go with Aegon. Dada Jordan, what's up, pimp? Moss Mike. Mikey! Bimatsu, the spam lover, is here. Yuta for that donation. Thank you again, Yuta. Kobe1. Hadriel Jetberg is here. Good old Jetberg is in the house. Walter Arnold, what's going on, player? McRaven, Guzza Buzza, the lovely Maz Kanata. We love Maz Kanata here. Snake Plissken, Atomic Fish, Mustaf Isley, The Tor, Durgan Gurgan is here as well. Fergan.
When is Durgan not here?
Yeah. Deadpool Kyle, Shadowville, my H-Town connection. Merkin of course, is here. I had to say the name, Tits. I'm sorry. Revenator, The Honkler, Grim, JV420, Chaos 13, our fellow Army brother. Foreigner, Slash Van Rhodes, Torn Jax, Bad Rongo, Clone Troop 211. Let's see. Skywalker Vader, John Davies, Sword of the Jedi. Some turd named Finn. Can we ban him from the chat, please? Thank you.
Chat?
He's in chat.
Yeah, he's in chat. Xylo11111. Rose Taco, the best human being on the planet. Helenix, of course. Isoka Taco Fulcrum is here. I love that name. Doc Brito. Here's a new name. Wolfell. Love it. Jason Hobby. What else? 73. King 77. Doja-san. Darth Revan 1023. We have a new Darth Revan in the hizzy. And our Wilson. What else? 73 says something. I don't know if there's a question, so I'm going to ignore that. So let me see if there's any more. And I think that should be it. So let me pop in Hurricane again. Cut. No. Cut. Paste. Really? You're gonna do this to me? Thank you. Ray Rock, the lovely Ouchie Dumpling, Ronan Zai, Chris Coco, Tilo Man 92, Darth Mike, Gav P, Grande Verga, and Donald Cooper says people misspelling hurricane is killing me. So if you didn't spell it correctly, I can't. That's it. So that's on you, not us. We tried. All right, we gave you a shot. We even spelled it out for you. If you did put it in there, then you go, hey, Rooster. The Rooster. Not Roster, Grande. Rooster.
Copy and paste somebody else's hurricane. And
yeah, there. See, it's not hard. It's not hard at all, man. It's
don't even know how to.
Science.
Don't even know how to spell it.
It's goddamn science. I'm
copy
done.
pasta.
All right, here we go. Yes, Utah. This one time at RSG camp. All right, so we're ready to rock and roll with the news. But before we do that, you know what? We need a little break. We just went through that incredible introduction. I think it's time to bring back some of those old favorite commercials. So let's go ahead. Everybody mute your mic and let's play a commercial. Never mind. Let's wait a moment because Ray Rock just did the pickle donation. So here we go. That goddamn pickle. Here they come. I hate this damn pickle song. Jesus, here it comes. Get ready for a lift off. That's going to splash the cups everywhere. Oh, Lordy, here they come. Oh my God, one of the baby Rangers flew to outer space. He's still up there. He's coming down. And one's bouncing on the rim. Oh, my God, he made it back in. And he says, the feet will be with you always, Miss McVenom. By the way, who is in the Boba Fett helmet? That is our good friend Mandalore. He's an upcoming YouTuber from MCMW1, my home, the Mighty Chlorians and Mighty Wallets. And we're glad to have him here. A lot of great videos and content, and we're going to talk about that here and let him pip and stuff. But
fun fact: Sir Loki, Mandalore, and I all used to be in the same guild at one point.
Yeah, there you go. And now they've separated and gone their ways.
And now we're not.
Well,
But thank you, Ray Rock.
Those were my formative years. So
and now look at you. This game has changed you, Mandalore.
my spending has gotten even worse. It's just awful.
So let's have a quick little break, and then we'll be back here. But we're going to play one of our old classics. So everybody mute your mics, and we'll do a little commercial, and we'll be back.
Mute.
Are you sick of having to go to the bathroom all the time? Would you prefer just hanging out with your friends instead of having to say this?
I've literally peed my pants, so I will be right back.
Then do we have the solution for you. Introducing the new Wells Fargo brand adult diaperoos with Star Wars theme. It'll be your first and last choice in adult diapers. Watch as we pour this glass of liquid into the diaper. As the diaper gets full, you'll see that the Luke changes to a Jar Jar. And when you see that Jar Jar, it's time to throw away that crap. So don't let this happen to you ever again.
I just wanted to say, too, that I peed my pants a little bit.
So get yourself some Wells Fargo brand adult diaperoos. We don't just make loans anymore, we take your deposits. Now also available in SpongeBob SquarePants and Hello Kitty themes. Not sold at any respectable retailer.
And there we go. Everyone wondered where the Rangeroo diaperoos come from. There you go. Baby Ranger diaperoos. For that little baby and all of us that when you just have to pee and you don't want to go to the toilet. So there you go. All right. Thank you for the donation again, Ray Rock. Let us get into so much stuff here. I've just basically pulled up the forums here. I'm just going to go through these one at a time. Oh, so much information. All right. Let's go to this. So first post that came June 14th. So this was the day after. This is all the news that came from after last Wednesday's show till now. First big one was changes to Gear 12 inflow. And this is them talking about, you know, their numbers, what they're looking at, how they go about putting in gear, the gear crunch in general. You know, you can read all this stuff. I'm not going to read the posts. We're just going to talk about it, right? The gear crunch is real, and now Gear 13's here, and we're going to get into that here very shortly. And our journey of all this news. Let's start with you, Mandalore. Reading this post, what did you think? Have you seen the post? I'm sure you read this, right? Mandalore?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, you want me to just go with? I mean, I think
give me your thoughts, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice that they're making certain things more accessible, but it's kind of two-sided, right? They're making, just like you said, they're making certain things more accessible. So that excitement that all the F2P felt was short-lived now with the outset of the 12 finishers, and frankly, they're quite expensive. And they require a lot of earlier gear pieces and salvage, so it's I don't really consider it a win for the F2P.
I don't either. What do you think, Mist?
No. They increased the influx of one piece of gear, really. Let's not kid ourselves here. They increased the inflow of Carbantes. Yes, stun cuffs also saw a very substantial increase in their availability. I'm pretty sure I don't go a single refresh without being able to see a stun cuff in at least a store. Necessitating a store rack, if anybody catches the reference. So, see, Tits gets it. Thanks, Noob Doob. So, the overall gear crunch is still a pain in the dick. There's no other way to put it. It sucks. Stun guns, especially, is just an absolute travesty. I checked my WGG or SWGOH.GG, and I still think I need like 3,800 stun guns.
Oh, is that all? Okay.
To finish out my roster. And then the next piece of gear, of course, you're muted. Hold on.
That's to take all of your G12s to the 13.
No. That's for all of my characters to finish out my roster. All the characters on my roster, not all my Gear 12s to Gear 13. That's just all my characters on my roster to finish them out. But that was before Gear 13 came into the picture, the Gear 12 finishers. I have no idea if stun guns are needed for any Gear 12
Stun
finishers.
guns are not in there. You might want to update your client, but yeah, it's not.
Well, that's just the last time I checked WGOH.GG. The other piece of gear that's actually a huge gear crunch right now is, I believe it's the Mark 8. The Mark 8. What are they called? The security scanners, I think. But then you also have the Mark 6 Anthocam Medpack salvage. Basically, a good number of the Gear 12 pieces, the actual Gear 12 pieces, the purple salvage needed for those pieces is required by multiple characters, and it's not just for the Gear 12 pieces. Those salvage pieces are needed for the Gear 12 Plus pieces as well. So any one character could need anywhere from, depending on whether they need 2 pieces of Gear 12 Plus, a Gear 12 Plus that need, I know that's a lot of pluses there, that need the same purple salvage, that could require as much as, let's see, 20, 40, so you could need 120 pieces of this one salvage just to get your characters the Gear 12 and the Gear 12 Plus pieces that they need before you even take the Gear 12 finishers into account. So right now it's like, and my biggest frustration is the fact that yes, while stun guns are needed all over the place by so many characters, they're needed across all of their gear tiers. You have some characters that need just one stun gun, and it might be at gear 8 or 9. Gear 11 wasn't so much a paywall, so to speak. Yeah, you had those gear 12 or gear 11 pieces that you needed 7 stars to equip that took you to gear 12. But by and large, most characters at 11 had a very diverse range of gear pieces needed, including some pieces of gear that were like very, very, very accessible. Blue pieces of gear that characters used at gear like 7 and 6 or lower even. Overall, the diversity at gear 11 taking a character to gear 12 was not that absurd. Whereas at gear 12, to finish out gear 12 is an absolute... It's a clusterfuck. For lack of a better term, I'm sorry. It's about the only way I can put it. Is you've got all of these characters, and it's like every character needs one of like 7 pieces of gear, or more than one of those 7 pieces of gear at gear 12. And then the gear 12 plus, there's like, 5 or 6 different pieces that every character needs. So you get a piece of gear 12 plus, and then it's like, okay, well, I have 18 characters that I can put this on. Who do I give it to? Because when am I going to get another one? So, and then we've seen the shops, we've seen the stores, so you can kind of see the prices on the Gear 12 finishers. Whoo! You're talking about an entire, 30-star...
Well, we'll get into that. Well, yeah, we're
gonna break
that down here. So, but the problem is, and this is a problem that I don't think.
So how do you really feel about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
The problem is,
I've been thinking about it.
The problem is this: the newer characters have required such a vast. We talked about this last Thursday on your show when this launch missed.
Mm-hmm.
They've lost a little bit touch with reality here. You've added all these new characters that require so much of not just this new gear, but large quantities of this other gear that you could do other characters that don't take as much, right? Some of these characters, and this has been kind of a trend for a while, not just the newer characters, but for a while, like 300 to 400 Carbantes, 150 droid collars, 150 stun guns, Then they've added the Cryotech gear to that, so that makes it even more ridiculous. Then you get to the Gear 12, which is a nightmare in itself, and then you've got this new Gear 12 pieces, but it's not equaling. The more characters they put in the game substantially increases the amount of Carbantes and stuff that you need for these finishers and other things, and they're saying, well, we're just passively giving it away. Well, passively just is ridiculous. We just passively did it. Well, you're not staying in touch with what... If you're going to increase exponentially one character needing that many Carbantes, and then you do it on multiple characters over time, the number of Carbantes you need skyrockets. It's not like the other characters where you maybe need 1 or 2 at 8 or 9, and then 2 at 11. Something like that, right? Now, just to get to Gear 11, you need 2 or 300 Carbantes with some of these characters. It's crazy. And... and they still haven't addressed it. So, I mean, they can say they're looking at it. I'm glad they're looking at it, but I mean, they're creating I mean,
can we just? I want to get back to the post for a minute. I'm going to tell you this particular post. First of all, it's the wording is very strange from this CG Cyanides, right? Like the way this post is written, the way it's kind of conducted is very strange. That's the first one. But
you gotta remember he's a math guru.
All right. Well, so let's deal in facts for a minute. Are you ready for some facts? Here's some facts. The first one is they gave us a graph with no X legend and no Y legend. Right? There is so you have no basis to understand what this graph means. Right?
That's a damn good point. I was kind of wondering the same. I'm like, okay, cool. You gave me a cool picture. Doesn't mean
you gave me a cool picture that literally does not actually help with anything at all. There are a couple of other things you have to remember. So everything is really important, but definitions of a word matter, right? Definitions of the word matter. So rolling 7-day average, I kind of understand what that means, right? It means we're going to average it every day on the past 6 days, including the day we're on. Mark 3 Carbantes, I know what that means. Inflow is not defined in this post. Inflow not being defined means we don't know if it's bought, we don't know if it's seen in a store, we don't know if it's the possibility for it to be in a spot, but the RNG did not put it in that spot. So therefore, every day when your store refreshes and you could have seen 6 Carbantes there, but you didn't see 6 Carbantes, is that considered an instance of inflow? I don't know. We know what per player means, and we know what over the past 2 years mean. So there are at least 1 and possibly 2 words which have not been defined in this post and in this graph, and we have no X and no Y on this. We don't know if each one of these little gray lines means 1 or means 5 or means 6 or means 10, and we don't know on the bottom if he took a snapshot, from the beginning of the game to year 2. We don't know if on this post if it's current day or if it was 2 weeks ago. I have no idea. So effectively, we got a post saying we understand that feelings matter and we're not really giving you great feelings.
Yeah.
And they gave us zero data.
Well, the data here is like, okay, that shows the inflow over the past years. What's the other part that shows the amount of increase of Carbantes needed at that same time? Does that match? Are you higher than that? Are you lower than that? I mean, there's a lot of information missing from this. Yes. So, it's just...
Facts and figures and actions. This was not a very good facts and figures and actions.
No, it wasn't. But
has anybody said anything on like Reddit or the forums and they replied to it about it?
No.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Not that I've seen.
Ben's usually good at scoping those out.
Yeah, I check Reddit once in a while, but Reddit... I just go to Reddit if I need a laugh.
It's a dumpster fire.
It's so awful. I can only handle so much Reddit, man. It's just you just look and you're like, oh, okay, that's it.
You can click all the dev responses.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to bring up, if we're gonna bring any type of RNG into this situation, is who else on this panel of 7 went 0 for 6 during the double Zeta Mat mod draw or the drops on their challenges. Anybody else go 0 for 6?
I went 1 for 6 twice.
I went 1 for 6 as well.
You're all gonna fucking hate me.
I knew how much you
I got it.
Quit dropping F-bombs, Miss Pass here. You only get that's your last one, buddy. Finn will get very angry at you.
No, I got all your Zeta mats, bros.
I got all your.
Because I literally on.
I already know you did, Miss.
On all 3 days, I went 0 for. I got 0 Zeta mats on all 3 of the double drop days. And only 1 time did I get an Omega. And it was 2.
You should just quit.
Yeah. Have you? If you want to feel better about yourself, King Felix, just watch me do mods during the lunch stream. It will really make you feel better about your life.
And reminding myself of how Thrawn went for you and how Malik went for you is it's how I get through the day.
Yeah. So there you go.
Because I know other people have this RNG, but I also saw so many posts with people getting 4 Zetas and 4 Zetas and 4 Zetas and 4 Zetas. And I'm just wondering if anybody else on the panel had any type of bad luck.
Miss got 12.
Yeah, Miss got 12. Miss, there's some things I want to say to you, but I can't.
You can say them. I promise I won't be offended. I only got 4 Omegas, though.
There you go.
Oh, only 4 Omegas. How dare they only give you that many Omegas?
So
I would hire a lawyer because that's just unfair, and that is against the terms and agreements that you signed. Only 4 Omegas? Oh, my
Lord.
It's
hard knock life.
Where's Robbie Cochran?
So if it's any consolation, I made this comment multiple times to the many people who responded to my Twitter post about asking people, hey, how did you do on your drops? I would have gladly forfeit the extra Zetas that I got for everyone to have received maybe 1 first place and 1 second place payout of Zeta mats.
Yeah.
I would have been happy to forfeit double drops on ability mats, both the regular ability mat challenge and the ship ability mat challenge, for everyone to receive like 5 Zeta mats in their inbox, because I don't think RNG was the
You're a
correct.
bloody socialist.
No.
Well, hold on. No, I was gonna go one word.
Okay. So
All right, let's not get political here. Let's not get political
there's,
here.
there's no effort in clicking a button to
I'm gonna be
collect
drunk
the
before the night's over without this.
Here's the thing: we can go on and on about
Exactly.
the RNG that happened. Again, I got to go back to the fact that while it was nice to see someone new post, I don't feel like we got anything of real substance out of that post.
I agree with you there.
And that's really the big thing. Ranger, you want to go to the next one? I think it's
we're gonna do, this
program,
is
right?
update on the Game Changer program, and had a post saying the
So
game.
I don't get to slander Mist and Tits to a little bit before you move on.
No, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay. Let me slander them for a quick second.
I mean,
Mist, you said that you would willingly give up Zetas, but it wasn't gonna happen. It's not like you're gonna give me any.
No,
Zetas.
I know. But what I'm saying is, if it meant me getting 1 less Zeta than what I got, because that's really what it boiled down to, is I got 6 extra Zetas from the double drops. I would have happily, and I'm sure that there are a lot of players out there. And so this is the thing, though, me giving up 1 Zeta for everybody else to get 5. That's not. I mean, I would love to see the statistics. Honestly, I would love to see crazy excuses come out here and tell us the damn statistics on how many players got absolutely shafted.
I have no doubt that you would actually do that, but you also know it's not.
No, I know it's not going to. I know it's not the case. But what I'm saying is, I would have happily.
To make a point. What else?
I'm trying to make a point that RNG was not the way for the Zetas to be compensated. Other stuff, like, hey, say you want to give us double drops to celebrate a new game mode. 2 new game modes, realistically. I mean, they're dropping 2 things on us. They're dropping the Grand Arena Championships and the Dark Side Geonosis Territory Battle. So, cool. Give us double drops for that. But then give us, 5 Zetas, 5 Omegas, 10 Omegas, whatever you want to do, and some Mark II gold mod salvage bullshits to make us happy. Give us compensation for some of the stuff that the important things, because that's really what's important from Grand Arena. We're beating this horse.
And we have gone round and round on 2 streams about double drops. I'm telling you,
that horse is dead and buried, and then dug up, and then beat again, and then buried for a 3rd time.
Yes.
So next subject.
So next thing is the update on the Star Wars Game Changer program.
Thank you.
So it's dead. That's what they said.
It's been dead.
They killed it. Oh my God! Hold on. Bad Rongo just donated $20.02.
Yes, he did.
Here comes the pickles. The pickles are going into the glass. Here we go. Oh my God! Here we go. We're gonna get liftoff, I think here. And yes, there it goes. Oh, one got really launched. Baby Ranger's out of the cup, and a Porg out of the cup. Ooh, goodness, that was some high voltage. He says. Hold on, it's a stupid thing. Bad Rongo says, shameless shout out to all my guildies. Only been together for a couple months, and today we're ranked 19 in TW. Get good. That's what I like to see. And then Deadpool Kyle donated $2. Said, awesome. Kidpool says hi to the person like Bubba Fett. Aww. Mandalore, you got a young fan out there now.
Thank you. Another person I gotta make a helmet for.
Oh yeah.
Let's start the orders.
Bad Rongo and Deadpool Kyle.
Yes.
You open up an Etsy store, bro.
I should.
Yeah.
You should.
Dude, that's a moneymaker right there. Holy crap.
It'd be more successful than my YouTube channel. That's for
It
sure.
probably would. I know it'd be more successful than my YouTube channel.
Partner with Tits, because I've been waiting for 8 months for a damn cross stitch.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
You guys are like slave drivers. Not like it's been a year or something.
So
the Game Changer program. We got Mist here. Mist, talk about it, buddy.
Yeah, I really think this is Mist deal.
Okay, so it's no secret that the Game Changer program has been pretty much dead since Jedi Knight Revan. If any of you guys remember, back mid-October, we had, actually several months before mid-October, we had those fancy test accounts where we could actually, they were essentially a test build of the game on a sort of beta build of the game, where we weren't on a live server. We could test out new content before it went live in the game, and that was kind of our, hey, we want you guys to play test this content for us. All right. Which was awesome. It was great. It was probably the greatest thing to ever happen to the Game Changer program in the 2.5 years that I've been part of it. The problem emerged from the community manager who handled the Game Changers at the time wanted to grow the program. Well, in growing the program, he basically brought in any swinging edifice with a couple of hundred subs, particularly looking for foreign content creators because he wanted to grow the international community of content creators. The problem there was that he didn't really vet any of the creators that he brought in, and I do not believe that there was any steps or measures taken to ensure that the people who were brought in were trustworthy. The problem there became that as we let these new nobodies, really, into the program and gave them access to exclusive internal content that was unreleased, that's when you saw leaks starting to happen. And of course, even though CG couldn't prove that it was a game changer who leaked these images or details about unreleased content, it's kind of hard to count out the game changers when you have 28 people and really only about 6 care about the, shall I say, the what's the word I'm looking for? The reputation of the Game Changer program. Yeah, the integrity. Yes, perfect wordage. Thank you. The integrity of the program. These people are in it for themselves. They don't care. They don't care about whether I lose access to content. They don't care whether Unreal Team 101 loses access to content. They don't care about anybody. They just want to be cool to their arena squad shard, whatever, or their guild or their whatever. And a lot of these leaks, I am pretty god dang sure, could have been tracked back to international players, which, you know, who did they hear it from? Who did one of the international game changers send them a little link in a private message on Discord, and then that guy screenshot it, or online, because we all know how garbage line is, you know? And so it devolved into CG getting paranoid. Okay, well, we're just gonna yank, instead of trying to track down who it was, because they really realistically couldn't. They just said, all right, well, fine, pull all the access. So around October, around Jedi Knight Revan, they pulled all of those test accounts, so we didn't have access to any early content, and then they basically just, boom, cut off communications. So we didn't get any new or early information. Jedi Knight Revan was the last character we got new information on until Darth Revan. And then when Darth Revan came out, they gave us like a little preview of the kit, and they gave us some like canned footage that they recorded. I think Mage Ducky recorded it in some back office somewhere. And I'm sure you guys all have if you've watched Warriors last stream, Mage Ducky's funny. He's hilarious. But yeah, so then it kind of, there were obviously the rocky moments between the, you know, the Grievous rework and Carrie coming out and kind of throwing Arnold 201 under the bus. You had the big old snafu with Arnold T101 and his meme review kind of getting negative press from EA, or not from EA, but from CG. It was just, there were a series of miscommunications is really what it boiled down to, and misconceptions of what we as game changers wanted from the developers and what the developers expected from us, and the standards that they expected from us, and the exclusivity that they expected from us. And a lot of us felt like, I don't owe you anything realistically, because what have you delivered on? What have you promised? And what have you delivered on? And so it's basically come down to the post that you all have probably read online, where the CG staff Capital Games staff has basically said, we are going to go to EA proper and say we are discontinuing the formal EA Game Changers program as it applies to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So EA, your Game Changer program has no applicability here. Your credits are no good here. I need something a little more real. So they basically said, killing the Game Changers, but we're still going to be working with these individuals, granting them access to beta builds on occasion. And CG Eric spells it out that we're still going to be in communications with the game with Carrie and Eric and Crumb and a lot of any other developers that happen to pop into our little Discord chat that we've got. We still have that, and we still have each other. I mean, I still talk to Arnold 2101, Warrior, Remon, Cubs, Mobile Gamer, those guys. I still have access to them on the Rex. So it's not like they just completely poofed it out of existence. It just we no longer fly under the Game Changer banner. So it's not dead, but it is kind of in a reformation period where it's going to be a little bit different from what it has been in the past. So less exclusive early access content, less of the super flashy, cool stuff that we used to do once upon a time. It's going to be basically just more commentary based, which works out great for me because I didn't bank on any of the early access for the last several months. Anyway, I've been basically just sticking to that one night a week live stream. So for me, it works out great. It works out perfectly. But it impacted Cubs, Arnold T101 Mobile, Warrior a little bit more because honestly, I mean, it's no real change from the last 6 months of content. The only thing that we've really asked for is a little bit more of a heads up on forum posts and stuff, because the most frustrating thing to a lot of us is, when we were supposed to have that direct line to the developers and they drop a big, like, monumental forum post, like a character kit or something like that on the forums, and our viewers see it before us, it's kind of like, wow, I kind of look like I've been running around with my thumb up my butt, So when we don't find out about stuff before our viewers, that's when it kind of like reflects poorly on us. And so that's kind of the most frustrating thing. And that's kind of where we're still trying to iron out those details.
All right. Look at that sexy pimp, Loki. Look at him just chilling like a villain. He popped in. Look at that.
There he is.
There's a sexy Buddha. Look at him.
There he is.
All right. So I'm glad we had missed on because I wanted to get that unique perspective about the Game Changers because that was kind of a big deal.
Yeah. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to toss them in chat.
Those in chat.
Yeah, definitely throw questions in chat. And I am more than happy to answer any questions you've got.
All right.
Great.
So,
Geospy kit changes. We want to go to that.
Well, let's get another commercial in so everybody can take a break, get some water and stuff. So everybody mute your mics and let's do another commercial.
Were you excited when you downloaded Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for the first time? Did you soon realize that you didn't have the money to get high enough in the game quickly and just found that time was passing you by? Do you try to hide the game from your girlfriend because she has a 7-star Kenobi and you don't even have Galactic War unlocked yet? Then it's time that you come to Wells Fargo. We aren't like other banks. We don't block your account just because you want to spend money on a mobile game. Only got a penny? Not a problem. That's what loans are for. Need non-US currency to keep the popo off your back? Have some Australian currency. We have a lot of it. We're a legitimate bank. We're international. Let Wells Fargo loan you money, and all you need to do is learn how to not be a noob in the game. Wells Fargo is not a bank. Think it's a real life investment. Maybe requires medical attention. Please consider speaking to your doctor about being overly influenced by YouTube. If this commercial gave you diabetes, please don't look at this. This is not the commercial of the video you had last night. The NCT choose not to associate with us publicly. But we simply know your fans of Wells Fargo and the customer that it brings. So if you are someone from ERCG and slow down to stop everything you're saying, comment on our YouTube for the PM. We would love to talk to you. And Wells Wells Fargo is constantly planning improvements. After our first round of marketing, we have increased our advertising budget. We have gone from 1 cent to 6 cents. That's a 500% increase in our budget. And now we are the official banking sponsor for Reality Skewed Gamers. So come on by and mention Grande Patron for a special bonus discount. Here are a list of our locations separated by the states. And we hope to see you soon at one of our locations.
There you go, Wells Fargo, a goodie, an oldie but a goodie. All right, we move on to, I'm just going to kind of lump these all together. We had the kit reveals for Spy, Geonosian Brood Alpha, and Wat Tambor, right? And so I'm just going to throw that out there. We'll start with you, Mandalore. You have seen the kits. I'm assuming you've had a chance to look at all the changes and things of that nature for these guys specifically. Anything that stands out to you? What do you think? Go ahead.
Absolutely. I'm really excited about Brood Alpha. It looks really, really good. I can't say I'm a really big fan of making a generic toon a leader. I think that's weird. But the kit looks incredible. Spy, it's not really any different, just a slight little bit of change so it doesn't get into a loop, so I'm good with that. But yeah, I'm very excited about Brood Alpha. The GG and Magna slight tweaks, I think, are good for that team. I think it'll make CLS slightly less of a hard counter to it, but still a pretty decent counter to it. But yeah, so I'm definitely excited about Brood Alpha for sure.
All right. King Felix, what do you think, buddy? And we lost King Felix. Okay.
No, you didn't. Hang on.
Okay. Put the baby down.
Yeah, I'm doing dad stuff as well. But anyway,
I know you are.
I'm pretty excited, and it's just from the opinion of getting some other factions some love. And the Separatists have been long bereft of love. So as long as the Separatists, and I think the clones and the other Galactic Republic will get some love when the light side Geonosis comes out. And I like all of that. I like the other factions getting the attention that I think they deserve. We're about to get another Galactic Republic capital ship with Kenobi's Negotiator. I like all of that. We're about to see how good the Geonosians and the Separatists are about to be. I like that because if you modded and geared your Geonosians for fleet, you're about to get paid off for it. So I like that. I like giving these factions that don't necessarily have a meta component in the arena or even Grand Arena, Territory Wars. These characters have not had a real place there, and I like them getting a little bit of attention from the developers to put them into some sort of relevance. That's how I feel about it, at least.
What do you think there, Sir Loki? You've had a chance to look at these characters. What do you think of...
Sorry, man, I'm on mute. Shit.
No, you're not. We heard you just say that.
Yeah, we heard you just fine.
No, I know. Yeah. I didn't have a chance to really look at it, but I think the brood looks interesting. The Brood Alpha looks interesting. I mean, Poggle is traditionally the leader, right? So I'm kind of... I'm wondering why they didn't rework them. Maybe they still will. I don't know. But you know, to Mandalore's point, it's weird that they're making they're giving a leader ability to a generic character. And then what does that do with Poggle? You still got to run all 5 of them now, right? So I don't know who's still the better leader. I mean, that the new leader looks fantastic. I mean, what is it? 15,000 health and protection or something, and it looks really good.
Yeah,
so I'm curious how it's gonna work out, and what other reworks they're gonna do. Because I don't think it's enough. I guess. So.
Yeah, there's more reworks on the way.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
This is the Shock T of the Geonosians. So, you know, with Shock T coming into the clones, changed the dynamics of that team, and it's the same thing with Brood Alpha. They just took one character and made the other ones better because of that one character.
I hope we do see some
Yeah.
other molts, though. That's what they call it now, right? Where
Malts.
they
Okay, we're going with the molt thing. Okay.
I guess it's like I guess insects and bugs and reptiles molt, right? Some birds molt where they like change themselves. I hope we see some more of that on the Geonosians. I will tell you the current iteration on GeoSpy means for everybody who saw my video about how to get GeoSpy, how to get Padme with a 7-star GeoSpy, it won't work because of what we just saw.
Right.
Because of the change.
Because you don't get the turn meter. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and it won't work, and so that's a problem, right? So you can't like limp in to a 7-star Padme with the old school characters now, which I think is unfortunate. Hopefully they change that before the Padme event comes out.
I think they will.
Hopefully they change some of these other Geos. GeoSpy needs an update. Geo Soldier needs an update. Poggle, I don't even know. Like you said, I don't even know what we do with
more
Poggle.
support. Just make them support.
And I do feel like that. Currently in this current molt, Brood Alpha looks OP, and the rest of them look like, it looks currently like they haven't done enough. So they definitely need to work some more on it. As far as
it's like the droid rework, right? It's like the other Separatist rework.
I mean, we're still getting changes to droids, right? I mean, just now with this last change we got today or yesterday, just now are we finally starting to say, oh, Separatist droids might actually be something now that we've got yet again another rework to IG-100 and another rework to Grievous.
And a badass rework at that. I mean, just the fact that IG-100 can pre-taunt, stealth his allies, and taunt anytime he uses an ability.
Yeah.
Is huge.
And Grievous
he's
now,
like a R2D2 K2 like.
And all of Grievous's
synergy
abilities
package.
now cannot be evaded. You literally can't evade Grievous anymore. I mean, his basic and his special cannot be evaded.
And his second special stuns, and the only way you can counter it is if you resist.
We can talk about this too. I mean, those are more of the reworks. We want GG, Magna Guard. Those were done recently. Those are further up, but I mean, I think the General Grievous change. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was perfect. Oh, and then target lock allies can't counter. Just that right there by itself. If I could provide some input on the Geonosians.
Yes.
No.
They very
Loki said no. There you go.
They very clearly imply that Spy would be getting a tweak to avoid the infinite loop, but that there would be a follow-up change to his follow-up changes.
There has to be, Matt.
So
there has to be
exactly. So I think that very heavily implies that he's not the only one, that we'll probably see Spy, Soldier, and I hope Sunfac. And I mean, obviously, I hope that all four of them get a slight honestly, yeah. So Sunfac's kit, maybe just a few tweaks to the numbers on some of his abilities, the chances, and maybe his overall stats make him hit just a little bit harder. But overall, their kits aren't bad. They just need some stat boosts and maybe a little bit of a tweak to some of their abilities.
Yeah.
But overall, the Geonosians as a faction are not terrible. I think with the Brood Alpha, with the way that he boosts their base stats by giving them more protection, giving them the ability to attack at a turn in mass, providing a second taunt in summoning a brute, his kit as a whole is very, very sound and solid and helps take the Geonosians to that next level.
Totally agree.
It's going to make them a fun faction to play. Sure. It's kind of like the Ewoks. They're not.
How dare you mention their name in my presence?
Oh, I know. I know. You know me. I hate the effing murder bears, but they're arguably a versatile and useful faction.
They are a good faction.
And realistically, just by having Chief Chirpa and Wicket added to the game, turned the Ewoks into a formidable faction. Just like I think the Brood Alpha.
Not to mention that Low Gray and Paplu really kind of finished it off. So it does feel like we need some more to this Geos, and hopefully we'll see the next one.
Yeah, and so that's the kind of my input. And I think that actually without really even seeing any more reworks. I think just between the oh god dang it, Count Dooku and the new Gunray reworks, I think it is possible to get. It's going to be possible for a lot more players to get a 7-star Padme without the.
Oh yeah.
Can I just tell you though, you cannot Google search for Geonosian Brood Alpha.
It doesn't exist.
Oh no, I know.
It doesn't exist.
I talked about this. I did a whole lore
Rachel and I
series.
talked about this like 2 weeks
I did
ago.
a whole lore
He
thing
made
on
a
it.
whole lore video on it, and I got to tell you, it's a little annoying. I mean, what this game has, right, is it has us hooked on already characters that
Who
are
made
in
a
the
lore
Star Wars
video on it?
universe that we
I
can.
did.
That we can. He did. Yeah,
On Brood
Ranger did.
Alpha?
Yeah, on
No,
this channel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Loki, do you not watch the channel? Do you not know I'm doing a lore series?
I do. I saw your Mara Jade one, man. It was really good.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you,
so-
thank you, thank you.
okay,
Come
like,
on.
I'm giving you a hard time, Loki. I
He did
can't. I
it.
don't.
you did
I,
Brood Alpha?
no,
He
I
did.
did not do Brood Alpha. I did Geonosians, and I talked about how that doesn't
Okay,
exist.
you're right.
What'd you say? He came from. He's a Zerg, and he came from StarCraft. Is that
They, I don't know where they pulled them from. They just kind of. So what they
But,
did is the Geonosians are a caste system. Drones that want to become warriors have to fight in the arena. They become warriors and they get certain ranks, right? And if they get higher than that, they become like Poggle, an archduke, right? That serve the queen. The queen is the one in charge, but there's no title like Alpha Brood in any of the Geonosian stuff that I can
Right.
find. Right?
That's the part that wigs me out. Is, I mean, the thing this game has is it has characters that we can like go search, and there's like a whole backstory on them. And this is one of the few characters that I've seen that's come out that we can't get a backstory on this character from Wikipedia,
Wow.
which is a little annoying to me, because that's the piece of intellectual property that they have that some other game, Sumner's War, or some other game doesn't have this IP, and they completely missed the boat this time on the IP.
But they've done that before. They did that with Colonel Stark. They just totally made up a character.
Yeah.
But Colonel
not the
Stark
first
has a
time.
wiki.
But Colonel
He
Stark
does now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Colonel Stark had a Wikipedia.
Colonel Stark actually
A
did
Wikipedia
have a
page.
Wikipedia page before
All
he
right.
actually came to the game.
All right,
That's the part that-
Bimatsu just donated $2. He said, "More Miss McVenom and less of you. All is better." All right, Miss McVenom, just
I
talk the
agree.
rest.
I totally agree.
All right, Miss McVenom, we've been called out, so you're on mute, hun. Again, I think that would help if she would if she not mute herself so much, so we could actually hear that lovely voice. So, go ahead, Miss McVenom.
I'm
Now
sorry.
she won't talk. 'cause
I've
you're
been
putting her on the
actually
spot.
saying a lot of stuff.
And you've been on mute the whole time. No,
We missed you.
I was wondering. I was like, she's being really quiet. All right, Miss McVenom, the floor is yours. What would you like to say?
I don't really have anything to say.
Oh,
I'm
for
just
God's
gonna-
sakes!
I mean, to be honest, you guys have said everything.
All right, next couple
Say it.
posts.
Okay,
Next
yeah,
couple
they're
of
all-
posts are
it's all
going
from
Miss McVenom.
It's all from McVenom.
Yeah.
Totally
Everything
agree.
you said,
Let me-
I mean, like,
let me-
technically was my word.
Yes.
Let me say one thing before we move on is what I want to see with the Geonosians is I don't want them to come out with a shock T that basically alienates or it isolates one member, because with the clones now you don't run Clone Sergeant anymore, right? I think that's what people are doing. I don't want to see that with the Geonosians, so I hope that they actually give them all reworks and you can put all 5 of them on a team and that's it. I don't want them to come out with a shock T or something for the Geonosians, because then you're going to have that one that you gear 12 and 12.5 did or gear 13 did, and then you can't use it anymore. So
SD Joe 88 says she missed my donation. SD Joe 84, I didn't see a donation come in.
I didn't see it either. If I saw it. And
Where did
if
you
it happened-
donate, bud? If you tell me, post where you did, and we'll give you a shout out. If you said anything. Did you do a
maybe a Patreon
or
a
something?
Twitch or
Yeah, tell us
something?
where you put it. It should have
Maybe-
popped on the
hold
screen.
Should have totally popped on the screen. Sorry about that, buddy. If you
Yeah,
didn't get it.
yeah, we totally make sure we always call those out.
It's a big deal for us.
It is.
You're a big deal. All
I
donated.
do have a question.
Somebody
In
just
your
cheered.
opinion-
Revenator. Go ahead, Miss McVenom.
In your opinion, should anybody quit focusing to farm this new character?
I don't know where he comes from yet.
Yeah, we haven't found out where he's going to be.
Oh, Ichira Sildanar just subscribed. Thank you.
I'm really hoping he's going to be a Cantina farm,
I do
because
too.
I think I have one character to farm after I finish Ebon Hawk.
Ugh.
That's Aura Singh, and then I don't have anything to farm from Cantina, so I really hope he's a Cantina
Hearing
farm.
people say I only have one other farm left in this, so
I have no
drives me
farms.
crazy.
I have no farms.
I have 0 farms.
Oh my gosh, both of you.
I have 0 farms. So.
I'm still farming, man.
True node right now.
I have like a
Joe, I didn't
list of
see it.
people on Cantina that I need to farm.
I'm still
I
farming.
really-
Well, quit slacking, tits.
I gotta say, I
Why don't
really
you
think that
bite
Brood
me,
Alphas.
Oh,
Lord.
bite you? Oh, snap! Don't make me bring.
I'll wait
Don't
for
make
the
me
cat
bring the
bite.
kids in here.
Yeah, don't make me bring the hurricane.
I am scared of hurricane.
In
I'm
here
telling
right
you
now.
what, you talk about a bad bitch when she gets older. Like, can you imagine somebody walking into a room and being like, "Yo, go talk to Hurricane over there."
Yeah.
Don't make me send the video of my
Don't make me
oldest
take my earrings off.
Oh, damn. Oh, snap.
Oh, God.
It's about to go down.
SD Joe, it did not come in. Mario Killer just subscribed as well. SD Joe, it didn't come in, man. 6:01 p.m., 9:01 Eastern. Nothing like that popped on the screen. I didn't see it, man. So I don't know what the hell happened there. So I
Check your
apologize.
money.
I apologize if you want me to shout out what you wrote in there or what you donated, put it in chat or something, and I'll get it squared away. I don't know what that is, but nothing like that popped in for us, man. Or trust me, every single one you're seeing us shouted out and saying something. So
It's a big deal. We really do like to.
yeah, we want to make sure you
praise
get
our
credit
people.
for supporting us. So
Yes.
all right, so next one we're gonna let
Wait,
Tits
Ranger,
go
real
for.
quick.
Yeah, yes, Mandalore.
Sorry. I just really think, I just want to put it out there, don't be surprised if Brood Alpha is like a Stark or a Captain Han Solo.
Oh,
wherein
sure.
You can buy
Oh, he
packs.
absolutely is going to be.
absolutely.
He absolutely is going to be.
Absolutely.
1000%.
It is
Have
totally.
Where you
no
can wait.
misconception.
Where you can what?
Buy another store.
Where you can buy it in the store and farm it on what's probably
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
a Cantina node, but you'll probably have both of those options because that's what they did with Stark and Cholo. So you know.
It makes perfect sense. Totally agree.
All right, so the next subject is the Dark Side Geonosis Territory Battle difficulty and progression. Miss McVenom, have you seen this post? Do you know what it's referring to?
Not at all.
I don't know.
Wait,
I'm just
Grande,
asking. That's a real question.
Grande, did you see you have a ship shard person in your chat? Did you see that?
I'm sure I do.
All right, real quick, before we do that, so SD Joe did donate. It just didn't register. I don't know why he donated $1.99. And he said, shout out to Shadowlands for another territory win. So, shout out to Shadowlands for your territory win.
Hashtag self-promotion.
So two of those people right next
like
right next to each other, Jeff and Santa, are both from my ship yard.
Did you just say Santa?
Well, that's
Santa is Santan.
I know Santan. Both of them, both of them are from my
Let's just gloss right over that.
And
They're
so-
similar.
And so there's a couple others in here. I mean, you got to remember when I do my pimping, I pimp it to my arena shard and my ship shard and my guild and and the whole guild syndicate. So that's how people come here.
All right.
I'm from Grande's thing.
Oh, we know. I'm sorry you have to put up with him. I have to put up with him every day, so I understand.
I used to.
Yes. You got away,
You got
Mandalore.
out.
Yeah, you got out.
Sure did.
Lucky son of a...
So it's all right if that Grande Patron was still playing the game. It'd be
I
a
know,
deal.
right? If he was still playing. So, look, are you still playing the game?
Absolutely.
Okay, so just making sure, yeah.
He quit 5 minutes ago and then picked it up.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'll just
Yeah,
get
I was playing 10 minutes ago, but I'm not playing now.
I'm not pay to play anymore. I'm not free to play.
No, we're gonna get
I ran
into-
out of refund.
Yeah, here we go.
I ran out of refund requests from Apple. So.
Okay, there we go. All right, Miss McVenom, the new Dark Side Geonosis Territory Battle, the difficulty, progression. What do you think?
Hold on. I need to read it really quick.
Okay.
While she's reading it, can I talk about it?
Yes, Grande,
Please
please.
do. Why don't you just tell me about it? How about that?
Okay, Grande, you tell her about it, and then we'll get Tit's reaction.
Oh, okay. So we made a special post about we made a special video. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday about this and about some of the challenges. Let's just go over what's really important. Okay, so the first thing is read the stuff in bold and read the stuff in italics and kind of don't read anything else, and you'll basically get the general gist of what's going on. So here we go. So first of all, it's value progression. Word of warning again. These are only projections, and your experience may vary. Rewards, caveat, these rewards are still being tuned and may be different when the new content launches. That is literally all that you have to read in the post. Everything in bold and everything in italics. It's literally like when you're cramming for an exam in college. Effectively, what's happening here is they gave us a bunch of projections, and then they basically said, this could also not be true at all. And that's effectively what happens. So when guilds are making decisions based on what was said in here, they're taking. Let me put it this way. Right now, if you gave me a guild today that was 140 million GP and you didn't let me look at their roster, I cannot tell you how many stars they would get in light side TV. Now, if you let me look at the roster, then I have my spreadsheet in front of you, I can tell you if everyone does everything perfectly exactly what it'll look like. It still does not actually guarantee the number of stars that will be given, and I still can't give you a range, right? I have to see past performance in order to give a range. They have 0 past performance. How can they make these projections? That's my problem.
So what it breaks down to and boils down to, Ms. McGinnis, is they listed out what you get for each star level, roughly, for the new Dark Side Geonosis TB. Now, we know it's going to be really, really difficult. They've made that clear.
So the issue is that they made the projections without knowing how hard it's really going to be?
No, they know how hard it's going to be, and this is just, I guess this is just, here's an idea of what you can expect from there. It could change, right? So now you have to make a decision as a guild, right, where you're at with your GP and how well you're doing in light side and dark side. Does that value you get from completing those equal or less than what you would get out of getting some like
what
4 stars
Geonosis
TB, right?
Because you have to pick one or the other.
Right. You can't do both. So you have to kind of pick. And so they list 4 stars, 12 stars, 24, and 33. Like what you can expect kind of with the crystals, the new guild event tokens, and then the old guild event tokens, MK1s, right? So that's really where guilds are having to make a decision, but we don't know how difficult it's going to be. We know it's going to be crazy difficult. They've made that clear. So that's kind of where this puts people at. And we've been telling everybody, just go try it. See where you finish.
I was about to say, I mean, I can understand why people are a little bit funny about the post wording, but just do it. And then if it's hella ridiculously hard, then you can bitch about it afterwards.
Yeah, but then the risk that they run if they do this one, they miss out on, like, say, Dark Side. So they're not going to.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you miss out on it and it was so hard that you don't even get
4 stars,
anything close, then I could see being upset. But you don't even. I think that's. I'm kind of trying to get out of the whole getting upset before we know.
It's gonna suck if you don't have a 7-star Malik.
Yes.
Like if you have your guild,
which would be me.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have
half
7-star
guild wants to farm them, and then the other half already has them at 7-star, and they don't care anymore.
It's also probably going to suck if you don't. I mean, if you don't have. I mean, one of the other things on this post is you need your geos and separatists, or you need just your what they say. We also wanted to inform you that special missions on Geonosis have a minimum power of 16,500 or 500 power. So that effectively means 6-star gear 11 with some
not even
good
that
mods.
not even that
Go ahead,
not even
Miss.
that not even that because my separatists I went and checked them the other day about with all this nonsense, this whole 16,500, and that doesn't work because if I sort those by power here real quick, 1 sec. So my Nute Gunray is gear 11 without any pieces of gear. So I don't know how. Well, I know why, because he has more abilities. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
He's gear 11 with no gear on it. Has 16,700 GP. My Sunfac has 2 pieces of gear at gear 11 equipped, maxed abilities, all 5-dot mods, and he is only at 16,464. My Spy has 1 piece of gear at gear 11 equipped and is only 15,600 GP, and the same with my Soldier. So
it's going to take a lot. I mean, you're going to have to bring. I'm saying gear 11, gear 12, 6-star as like a general rule, right?
Minimum.
I'm not saying that's. I mean, there are some individual characters in here that may need to be higher, or you may have to swap to 6 to 5A mods because it does give a little bit for each mod. you may have to throw some pieces on it, Gear 11, in
You
order
might
to
have
make
to
it.
throw Omegas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
on too.
Well,
Yeah,
and
you're gonna-
those,
yeah,
those
you're
are
gonna have
Omegas. So I think what may help is if they get a rework and get more abilities. Like if they give them all like one more
Yeah.
ability or one unique or something, that
Yep.
would definitely help push them a little bit closer to that 16,500.
But that's just.
And you are
but
going
that's
to
just.
have to put some gear on them. You are going to have to put some gear on them, but you don't need gear 12. So that's one
Yeah.
consolation.
This is
Yeah,
like the
here's the other
Malik
thing.
event on steroids, right? I
This is-
remember
this is
everybody was
exactly
struggling
like
to
the
get
Malik
Ordo, right? Ordo, I think, was the big one. You can get him gold, and you still didn't qualify to get
Here's
him,
the-
right?
Hold on. I just saw what you put in chat. That's not what Loki's shirt says, McVenom.
I'm pretty sure it does.
It says
Let's just go with that.
ribs for her pleasure, not ribbed for her pleasure. You're gonna get him
I
in
see
trouble.
what I see, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, you put your glasses on, you're gonna get him in trouble.
I will tell you this. That's just the
ribs,
ability
man.
on
It says that.
TV. That's just the ability to hit the enter button. That doesn't mean that at 16.5, if you barely limp in there at 16.5,
Oh, yeah.
16.6, that you'll actually win the special mission.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just
right?
says
That
you
doesn't
need, to
mean-
get, you just need that to get
I mean,
in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I tried the Malik dark side probably 4 or 5 times before I actually got it, maybe a dozen times, and so it's highly possible that that even at the bare minimum threshold, it's still not enough to get the special mission done.
All right.
Yeah. That's just to get past the bouncer.
Anyway, we tried to have McVenom talk more, and I felt like I talked more.
I
still. I'm
know.
sorry.
We
Yeah,
tried.
you did, man. I'm ready to leave the stream.
It's okay. It's dreamy. Keep
Okay.
doing it.
All right, let's move on. So we already talked about General Grievous and Magna Guard. This one was a big one. Anti-cheating competitive integrity. This one made my day. About goddamn time.
It
You want to
sounds
read it, or
good.
you want to have? It does sound good. You want to have McVenom read
Sounds
this? Or
good.
you
Well,
wanna-
do you want to read that one,
Yeah.
McVenom, or do you want me to read it to you, or
Read it to me.
let's have Loki read it because she just said that was dreamy.
I don't even have my computer.
Oh, okay.
I have
think
it.
Loki and I
have
are both the slackers here.
I know,
don't
right?
I have it up. If you want me.
We're-
To,
No, we
sitting
don't
here
want you
drinking.
reading. We don't want you reading Grande.
I mean, it's kind of short. I could probably get it right.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I don't have a computer. You guys know that, right?
What do you?
what do you mean you don't have a computer? You don't have a laptop?
I don't. It's like my work laptop, man. But no, I don't have a desktop. I don't have anything.
Do you not like technology?
I
Is there
use
something you want to
all
talk to?
phones and
Do you
tables
not
and
like
stuff.
Oh my God! Get out of here!
In
Loki.
preparation for the
I'm the
introduction
same way. I
of
do
our
everything
Grand
on my
Arena
phone.
Yeah,
Championship,
everything's on my
Really?
phone.
Hold on, Grande's reading. Let's let him read. It's his moment.
we're intensifying our efforts to root out and prevent cheating in competitive play. These efforts include increased surveillance of leaderboard and battle data, a zero tolerance policy for those identified as cheaters, a default action. This is in parentheses. A default action will be a permaban for any account found with cheating/hacked data. A new suite of data points and detection tools. While we still put player reports to good use, send any suspect behavior reports directly to CG Leviathan. We are excited about the new options at our disposal to find illegitimate battles, possibly even before you've had a chance to report them. Additional team member hours allocated to the detection and eradication efforts. We are focusing on creating a fair and fun environment for competitive play, and whenever possible, we will attempt to rectify any impact to players who report or and are found to be affected by cheating, so that they can continue to enjoy themselves and achieve their best results. Where possible, we will focus on rewarding players confirmed to have been impacted by the cheaters with the championship score they were deprived by the cheater, if the championships are still going, and or the resources/rewards they missed out on by being impacted by cheaters if the championships have finished. Please be sure to report any and all suspicious behavior to CG Leviathan.
Damn straight.
Thank you. I tried to do a good job.
No, I'm not talking about you. The post.
You
Oh,
did great,
okay.
Grande.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, he missed.
So
He missed.
it's going to
He
require
missed
player
some stuff.
participation, or what?
No, they just said that they're allocating more resources to it. They're going to be focused more on it. And if you get caught, there's no more like you can get a temporary ban or anything. It's just perma ban. You're out.
One
So how do you
strike,
get
you're
caught?
gone.
Somebody
but-
rats you out, or
No, they said that they've got more assets at their disposal, more software, more means to actively and proactively go after cheaters rather than depending on players reporting.
Yeah, and they still encourage you to report it
I
if you
thought
think.
they just said not too long ago that they didn't have the resources for
Well,
it.
now they do.
Now they do. That's what they're talking
That
about.
was
Is
clearly
well, they killed the Game Changer program, so they got resources.
Now they got resources.
so does that mean that
We've been playing this game for almost 20 years, man. It's the same.
Jesus.
Tournament 5.0 already, man.
So does
Can
that
I
mean that
leave
we can look forward to Mist checking us all out for cheating?
oh no.
I'm already a confirmed cheater. CG said so.
Oh, he's a narc on the inside.
Yeah.
We now have Mist as a narc on the inside.
He's an MD.
Miss is gonna be like, hey Ranger, I've got this new thing you should try in
His
GAC.
Never heard of AP.
he
He's a
changed
plant.
he changed his name to CG Mist Dacier.
Change your life.
Oh man. Hey, okay, so back on point again. You know, I know the last post that we talked about, I had a discussion about definitions, right? And I am going to, and I know this sounds like I'm repeating myself, but
Kill
there
us with it. Kill us with it, Grande. Come on.
But there are words in this post which were not defined. Words that we think on the outside have one definition, but were not defined in the scope of this post and were not defined. And it was inferred that they mean the same thing as the rest of us would assume they mean, but it's not actually correct.
Like what?
One of them being the word perma ban. I'm just going to tell you that starts out right there. That word has a different definition than what the average layperson on the street would think that word means.
Means permanent ban, never again to re-enter.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's what you and I would think. But
What does
that
it
is
really
not
mean?
Well, what does it really mean to CG?
6
Tell
weeks.
us.
6
What?
weeks. That's not perma ban.
That's a tip ban.
That's just the tip ban.
I'm gonna
Never just the tip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you previously.
Thank you for the donation, King. $77, $2.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
sir. Thank you.
Previously, you know, like in the last 3 weeks, I have actually seen screenshots that show a player trying to get unbanned, and they said permaban equals 6 weeks.
I think they mean permaban. Sorry, Grind. I'm going to disagree with you on this one. I think permaban means permaban.
Definitions are a huge deal.
I know,
right?
but if you want to ask clarification on the forum post what they mean by permaban, please do. But for me, I take it as permaban means your ass is grass. Get the F out.
That's what
I
think everybody here
understand-
says.
I understand completely, and I said that the normal person would completely. That's what it means.
Bimonsi, $2. Why is Grande giving us English lessons? That is a great
I love
point.
Slash Van Rhodes comment right after that.
Oh,
Keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
inconceivable!
Inconceivable!
Realistically, what permaban means
I
is
get
they're
to
going
see.
to have to go to the black market.
Hello.
Yeah, I know, right?
Illegal
Have to go to the black market.
What did you say, Hollywood? Sorry, we didn't hear that over the other guys.
Mandalore. His name is
Mandalore.
Mandalore.
Oh my God. I'm reading the thing.
Sorry.
Manda.
Mandalore.
Mandy Moore. Get
Like
this
man,
right.
like
Oh,
Mandy
I
Moore.
love Mandy Moore.
Okay, just call him Mandy Moore. I did for like
For
a
years.
long time.
Hey,
I called
Oh
him Mandy.
God. Oh,
No,
my
Mandy Moore.
what I said was what permaban really means is they're just going to jump onto the account black market and buy something for $800.
It is totally
It could
possible
happen.
that someone would do that. That does happen. They again, you can ban an account. You can't really ban a person very well. The other thing too with this is twice we were pushed to Leviathan. There are at least 95,000 daily players, which means they don't think about the number. I mean, look, I know some of us on this chat are in law enforcement, and having a town with 95,000 people in it and one police officer, it doesn't matter if that person never sleeps. They can't catch everyone.
I can
No,
personally
but-
attest to that.
But with software and algorithms and all kinds of software, you can track trends, you can track the finite data, you can track those anomalies, and then use the software to point your police officer in the correct location.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
My God. It's all over you, Grande, Ronin, and Zai. Hello, my name is Grande Patron. You permanent my account. Prepare to die. In 6 weeks.
Hey,
Prepare to die for 6 weeks.
Go ahead,
Hey,
Tits.
Yes,
Yes, Tits.
Ranger, just don't forget, Kane has a question up there that he attached to his super chat, but it didn't load the question. So where you see his super chat, he has a question above. I don't want to interrupt the conversation to
Oh
say.
no! Yeah, no! Let's stop it now. And
Okay.
What is
okay,
it?
his
So
question.
the
His
question was,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, T.
as an alliance recruiter, I'm curious if we will see the same movement we see from the first heroic Sith after Geo TB.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's happened every time.
Pre the first GeoTB, and then right after the first GeoTB, you were going to see mega movement of many different accounts. Largest whale accounts to medium-sized accounts to people who thinks their accounts are really bigger than their accounts are, right? To people who like to talk like they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and they really don't. I mean, you're going to have people coming in and saying all kinds of stuff you can't even imagine. You know,
it's going to be bad.
Yeah,
it's going to be really bad.
It's
probably going to be the worst.
I predicted on the lunch stream. On the lunch stream, I said that if you go onto the guild leaderboard right now, like the bottom like 20, 30, 40 guilds are not at 220 million, and I said probably after the second GeoTB, you will see all top 100 guilds at over 220.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Grim said to tell them that permabans do not stop cheaters.
No, but I mean, cheaters are going to be cheaters. I mean, but the thing was before, there wasn't really any big repercussions for this. At least CG's drawing the line in the sand, saying if you're caught, we're going to permaban that account. Now they can come back with another account and keep cheating. They'll get permaban. I mean, you can't stop all the cheating, but at least if you make it clear what will happen, then it will deter some, not some others. They'll just got to try to cheat no matter what. But I mean, you at least have to try. Like, you can't always be successful in trying to stop all crime, but if you try, I mean, if you're actively looking for it and making examples of people for it, it does have some effect. I mean, people are going to try to cheat no matter what. We know that. But if they're actually looking for it and can post about it and be active, that's better than they were before, and I'll take it. Oh, Moss Kanata just donated $10.
I agree. Step in the right direction.
Hold on, Graham. I'm sorry, Grande. Moss Kanata just donated $10. The guild movement has already started, she said. And she just launched everything out of the cup with some Poofville Baby Rangers.
She sure did.
Maz.
I'm gonna tell you, Maz. I've been on a movement since before this stream started. It just won't come out, but.
Oh my!
Really? Was that necessary?
Get him tits. Get him tits. I can't do it.
Dang, that was an awesome super chat.
That was an awesome.
See, when I say "is that necessary," you're supposed to say, "Is it necessary for me to drink my own piss?"
Yikes!
He doesn't know movies.
I like the taste.
It's from Dodgeball.
Yes, come on, man.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we beat this one to death. Let's move on. Let's do another commercial so everyone can kind of get their wits about them. Tits can get some more wine. So let's play another commercial, and then we'll come back and then we'll get to the next couple things.
Have you been playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and felt like this lately? Or how about this?
Oh my goodness! There's no way. It's freaking no way, guys.
Currently, many in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes are suffering from DRDS, Darth Revan Depression Syndrome. How do you know if you have it? Do you have bad mods? Do you feel like you just can't beat those Darth Revans? Do you feel like banging your head against the wall every time you play? Well, we have the solution for you. Introducing the breakthrough new drug for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Drevanex, a new medication created by Dr. Brock Finity. When I was first asked to research a new drug for DRDS, I first said, fuck it. I mean, it's a game. If you're frustrated, then just quit. But then I saw the player base and realized they're all just addicts. They can't break away from the game, and they sit and they struggle and they can't help themselves. DRDS is real, and it has affected me personally. My son used to be healthy and happy. Then Darth Revan happened, and he couldn't get him. Now he is sad, he lost weight, he can't eat. I mean, look at him. He's so small now, all because of DRDS. I had to do something. That's when I created DrevenX. DrevenX helps you get all the Darth Revan and Malak angst out of your life. Using simple chemistry and hundreds of thousands of dollars of other people's money, I found a way to make people less depressed with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So when you feel depressed or upset, all you have to take is one dose of DrevenX, and you will feel calm and cool instantly. And DrevenX comes in 3 doses. The I can't get rank 1 tablet, how the hell did 50 people on my shard get Malak chewable, and on those really bad days, the why the fuck would CG introduce this OP character into the game at all peanut butter cup. So don't let your gameplay look like this. Try new DrevenX and get yourself into a happy place. Side effects may include anxiety, diarrhea, constipation, fingers falling off, ulcers, obesity, tender nipples, runny nose, headaches, migraines, urges to stick dimes in your ears, specifically dimes, not sure why, but it was definitely specifically dimes, or this may have just been an issue with Jerry during testing, frequent urination, hairy palms, hairy feet, hairy foreheads, and using your cell phone in inappropriate places like bathrooms, funerals, and other people's dressing rooms. So get DrevenX today.
There you go, DrevenX. We all need some DrevenX right now. I'm just watching Mist lose his mind. I don't know if he's ever...
It's the funniest commercial.
I was laughing so hard at that, man. That was funny, wasn't it, dude? That is
Is that the first time you've seen it,
I
Mike?
think it's the first. It's the first time. Look, the reason it's so funny is because he had that pain before, didn't you? Look at him laugh so hard, man.
I'm fucking crying. Oh man, Finn knocked that one out of the park. God, that was so great.
You know, if you've got tender nipples, you need DrevenX. It's the side effects.
First, when they came to me and asked me to make this drug, I was like, why? But then I said, get.
It's just a game. I don't understand.
Oh, man.
God.
Oh, the Peter Parker cups.
All right. Last thing is sign up for Grand Arena Championships exhibition.
Oh,
tomorrow.
we're not going to talk about G13, G12.
No,
finishers?
I'm adding that in there.
We already beat those ones, too.
Well, we're gonna get to it now. So I just want to tie it all in. So we got the Grand Arena Championship coming. So what, Tits? You're covering your mouth.
I'm trolling Nathaniel Morgan.
Oh,
He said,
well.
Dr. Finn, why is there a dime in my ear? And I was like, because trolls had their money.
Oh.
Yeah, because trolls. You know what's nice about trolls? You can take them out from under their bridge and you can play with them, and then you can put them back. It's so awesome.
Right. I really think it's leprechauns that had their money, but same thing.
Okay.
Right.
All right, moving on.
All right, so
Grand Arena Championships.
So it launches tomorrow. We've already seen everything about it. I'm excited for it. It looks like it's going to be a blast. I can't wait. We're going to be throwing that stuff on the channel on Twitch. So if you haven't subscribed and followed us on Twitch, please do, because that's where we'll be doing the battles. But that leads us into the rewards, getting the Gear 13, and just Gear 13 in general. And I mean,
you want to talk about the store? You want to talk about the?
Well, the store is the store, but I mean, the first thing I want to talk about is these packs.
Okay.
When I first looked at the price of these packs, I thought I thought it was wrong. I was like, no, and because when I opened the pack and then when I looked inside the pack, I was like, they're not touching reality. They really are not. $100 for three pieces of new gear, crystals. I mean, are you insane, CG?
Wait, how much?
100. Oh, it has omegas. Well, that makes it all.
8 omegas. Bro.
Oh, that's oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about the 8 omegas.
And it does have 2,500 crystals. So
so there's
we can go ahead and subtract the 2,500
so
crystals.
$84 for a goddamn pack.
Yep.
You know, I was just thinking about this today. I've played an astronomical buttload of games. I have played basically any MMORPG that has ever existed. I beta tested those. I've played other mobile games. I've played lots of tons on console games, going all the way back to, Jesus Christ, back to Nintendo, right? So...
Thane Kyrell, thanks for the donation. This troll don't hide his money.
Word
up. Thank you, Thane.
Show me the money then.
Yeah, word.
He just did.
Yeah.
I know. I'm teasing him. Thane actually is a super nice person.
Yeah.
Not on stream.
But I looked at the price of this. I'm like, you know, the CG likes to flaunt that they're gamers that play games. What games have you ever effing played where you paid this exorbitant amount of money to get new gear? You don't have to. Listen, none of us have to buy it. None of us have to buy it. But
I bought it.
Well, I know you bought it, but I mean, you don't have to.
I'm contemplating.
You know, but here's the thing: they create the scenario for you to be successful if you're competitive. That you can try to be free to play and farm it, or you can get it now and have the edge and then take advantage of it, right? Which is cool. I don't have a problem with them having a pay-to-play plan, but the pricing they have on this crap is outrageous. Darth Microtransaction did a top 5 reasons why you shouldn't play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and this was one of them, and I agree with him 1,000% on this.
It was a great video.
The prices that they charge is out of touch in reality for what you get.
I mean, if you bought all these packs, right?
$384 or something, I think, for all of them, or something crazy.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
Jesus Christ. I'd rather go get an Xbox and a couple games and just have endless hours of just playing a game.
I mean, that's a lot. $360 or $80 or
You're
whatever.
You're out of touch with reality. People have other things that they need to pay for. I have a huge problem with this because there's a big addiction problem in this game. And people that are really having those issues, and we've had a ton of people that have gone bankrupt for this crap. The amount of money people have paid, I'm talking tens of thousands. Oh, we got a donation. Deadpool Kyle, $25. He said, I wanted a pickle explosion. Lady Pool loved the Dreven X commercial. I can't wait for Greener. Oh, there goes the explosion everywhere. Also, the $7.90 gear pack thing in the store again. Get it while it's there. So, Jesus H. Christ, CG, when are you going to understand? Listen, I don't have a problem with you making money. I have a problem with the exorbitant amount of prices you assholes charge people. In the real world, there's the real world where people work hard and have families and have shit to take care of, and they like to play the game. But they shouldn't have to pay $100 and something each goddamn time to play the game.
The $8 pack is not bad, though.
No, I'm not talking about the $8 pack. That's reasonable. I wouldn't even care if this was a $20 or $30 pack, within reason, right? These $100 packs for what you get in it too. Again, what game can you show me where you pay this much money, tens of thousands of dollars? You don't have to. Nobody has to. But to be competitive, they've created the scenario with this. And now Grand Arena Championships are coming out. And they've made Gear 13 goddamn near impossible to get as free to play. Because not only do you need to get the newer pieces for the Gear 13, you need those goddamn cryotechs that are in there. They're going to bring that crap back in, where you can only farm it in 1 or 2 places, or you can spend crystals. So the greed of this company is out goddamn rageous. They do not have a sense of what impact of money is. They just care about making money. And I'm fine with you making money. But $100 for a pack, go to hell.
Maybe this pack isn't meant for you. I mean, I'm guessing there's somebody here. There's somebody out there that's willing to spend this kind of money.
Why would you be willing to spend $100 for this? It's just gear in a game. I swear to God, there's so much better shit you can do with your money in this game than spending $100 for this garbage.
Because now I get kicked from
about
your
$1 million
guild. That's the problem.
Outside this game.
So, I mean, again,
have you heard of weed? Try getting some weed.
Hookers and blows.
So again, right? We talked about this before the stream. You know, we're talking about how do you spend your entertainment dollars, right? And do you feel like you're getting good value for your entertainment dollars? I'm not talking about somebody spending money that they really needed to spend on rent or fuel.
Well, that's a separate issue, but it happens a lot.
Right. It does happen a lot. I totally agree, and that is a problem. But you know, what could I get anywhere, you know, in the world? What could I get for, you know, $320 that would be as good or better than this gear? And
About
there's
a million things.
And there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things.
$300 worth of tacos would be better than this gear.
Right. But I'm just saying, like,
Yes.
I mean, taking $300, potentially gives you, 3 to 4 people get to go to Disney World for the day. I mean, there's a lot of different things. If we're talking about how you spend your entertainment dollars, that I don't think this is a good value. I don't even think it's a good choice.
Holy crap! I just noticed we got the artist formerly known as Cyber Shark.
Have you not seen us making faces at each other the whole time? Right?
No, I've been looking at the chat and screaming. I'm in my own zone, tits.
He's been making faces.
I've seen them coming in and out, but it's been I got 9 screens open here, tits. I'm kind of a little busy, so I can't see everything.
No excuses.
Oh really?
What up, dude?
We better keep drinking that goddamn wine, tits. That's what I thought.
Love you.
I know. I love you.
We're glad
too.
you guys are here. Thank you.
Tits is the only one that can give me a hard time. Not Grande.
Cyber. It's Cyber Shark.
Cyber and Finn. Finn, I'm ranting. You interrupted me. No, get the hell. I will mute. No.
That's funny, dude.
They're
already
Come
muted.
on.
They're not even talking. That's hilarious, though. That is really, really, really stinking funny. Oh my gosh.
So we got those 2 lovebirds over there. So I'm going to block your video if you don't stop that crap.
No, I think
this
it's funny.
better not. No, you just stop it. I don't want to see the do or the whatever the crap you're doing over there. No porgs, no any of that other garbage. Just stop
I'm
it.
sure he's got one in the seat with it.
Yeah, and I got to.
Is he flossing?
Floss.
Turn his camera off.
His camera needs to go.
Kill it with fire. Kill it with fire.
Oh man. Anyway.
But anyway, let's get back to the subject at hand. I've said my piece.
He was just swinging his dick at you, man.
So the packs are bad, right?
Yeah. They're awful.
The
god
second
awful.
So
terrible.
Wait.
Go ahead, Midlord.
If you are a spender, which some of us are, if you are a spender, the packs make sense because you're actually getting more bang for your buck than you would if you bought a vault. I'm not saying that spending in this game is wise. It surely is not. However, there are clearly thousands of big spenders for whom these packs are actually comparatively
just
sensible.
But don't you want?
But these packs are probably. Here's the deal. These packs are probably geared towards the top 5,000 players in the game.
Granted, 100%.
Which is what, 1%?
Not even that.
Yeah, or not even. It's a 0.5%
of 1%.
It's 0.5% of the daily players in the game. So here's my thing: is maybe we need packs that are more geared towards the individual that they're actually going to buy, and a little bit higher, and that's it. Of course, then you'd have somebody mad because they didn't get to see something that somebody else got to saw, right? I might have actually bought that if you had showed it to me. So you got to show it to everybody.
It's not even that, Grande. This is a poor business model.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. If you drop these, I won't even say 50%. I'll say 30%. If you drop the prices by 30%, I guarantee you this company would make 200% more money.
They don't care.
Now that I agree with.
Warriors been preaching.
Warriors has preached intelligent.
Yeah. But
I'm
Warriors
talking
been
preaching this shit, dude.
How long has Warrior been preaching that they need to drop the price of things?
They don't do microtransactions in this game. They do macrotransactions.
Warrior Presents, who has clearly stated his regular name on Facebook as William Cox, is one of the smartest people in this game that I've met.
He is a really smart dude. Yeah.
He is incredibly intelligent, and he knows what he's talking about.
He sells things for a living.
Yes, exactly. He runs a mattress store in Colorado Springs, Colorado. If you're there, go buy a damn bed from.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get a really nice bed.
Oh yeah,
just go in and be like,
"Are you Warrior?"
I almost altered my travel route to go get a bed from him, but my wife beforehand. But what I'm saying is, if you alter these prices just a little bit, you would make. I'm not a business major. I don't know this, but
I totally agree with you.
I am. business
50%
major.
more money. Yes, Ranger is. These people are going to school for business. They know this.
We have our degrees. We know what we're talking about.
He would make more money.
I could easily make this company a lot of money just by
gross.
I don't know why, dude.
Populous.
I seriously don't know why they did it the way they did it.
Oh yeah,
it's poor business, and I'm just a humble redneck, and I know.
Okay. You know, the other thing too is they might have wanted us to talk about this. And first of all, I don't know if you guys have looked at the price of some of the gear in this championship store, but some of this is a terrible deal.
Oh yes, I haven't got to that part yet.
I mean, this is some of in the
Go Grande.
In the championship store, what we're saying, this injector head thing that kind of Miss Passier earlier said it looked like a breast pump. This he said
it looks like a breast pump. Yeah.
No, the injector head salvage.
It looks like a fleshlight.
Yes.
No,
That's the other one.
That's the other one. The other one looks like a fleshlight. But the price of the other stuff in there, yeah, it's the injector handle that looks like the fleshlight. But the other stuff in here is really a bad value. Moreover, if you go, let's ignore the dumbass pack prices. Let's ignore the terrible exchange rate we're getting in the store for a minute, and let's actually go look at a character and look at what it takes. So the first thing is none of these stats are the same. What one character gets for a power cell injector fusion is not the same as what another character gets, which means certain characters will do incredibly better at gear 13 than others. Fourthly, they completely bypassed speed. Every character gets 8 speed. We have an 87 speed differential just based on base speed between the highest base speed character and the lowest base speed character, and they did nothing to help the speed economy. However, most, if not all, of the characters that need offense got offense, which means they decimated the offense economy. Thirdly, I don't know if you've looked at the finisher pieces. Everybody's all been out of shape about this cryotech crap that's in here. This cryotech crap that's in here is a load of hog dookie, and it does take you a bunch of these pieces, and it is like $1,200 it is like 1,200 crystals or whatever.
1,400.
But literally, why do 2 of these pieces take 1 of the Rancor salvage? So the fusion, this power cell injector fusion takes Rancor salvage, right? And then you jump over here. The ionic does not, right? So that the ionic does not. But then you come over here to the power cell injector phasma, and it takes more freaking Rancor gear. Again, okay. like we literally have said that one piece out of the 3 pieces that you could possibly get as Rancor only is now as valuable as the cryotech, and that's just simply not true.
Grande, can I tell you? You brought up how everybody is upset about the cryotech nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you why.
Well, of course, it's the new piece, and I understand all that.
It is the most shameless money grab that CG's ever done.
Totally agree.
That is
ever. Really?
Well,
ever?
No. Look, there is no reason why some of these characters at gear, I think it's gear 8.
It's even gear 8 they take them.
Gear 8. Okay. Yeah. Gear 8 characters used to take the Mark III hollow projector. Okay? Now they're taking this piece that is how many crystals?
Yeah. I'm just going to tell you that. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Right. But I'm diving deeper, right?
Yeah, he's going past that point.
I'm diving deeper into it, right? I mean, we already talked about the PEX. We already talked about the cryotech. Now I'm talking about why do we have 2 pieces of gear that's the G12 finisher that take the same piece of Rancor gear, right? To me, that's an issue. The other issue here too is, I don't know if you've looked at it, but we have characters in this game that get one of the characters for everybody who's got Malik and Darth Revan. They probably, if they've had to gear up this character, they probably know. Go look at Canderous Ordo's piece. The dude gets over 1,000 flat offense. in this
Jesus
one piece.
Christ.
He gets 1,147 special damage. The other thing, too, that a lot of people aren't really talking about is these numbers right here. The strength, agility, and tactics number. Most people really don't understand what strength, agility, and tactics are. They just kind of don't get it, which is okay. But here's the larger issue. So
I'm going to kill Finn.
let's take a character, right? Let's take a character like Mission, right? Mission gets 400 agility and 100 strength from this piece, right? First of all, no other character in the history, no other gear piece has done this ever, right? But effectively, if you look at this one piece, this character's total agility right now is 1,200, which means this character is literally gaining 33% more physical damage and critical rating and armor from one piece. Anytime you gear a character and they gain 33% of any stat in one gear piece, you have also said that the gear pieces prior to this piece have little to no value to actually helping your character, but this piece matters more than all the others. I think it's wrong. I think it makes the game unbalanced. I don't think Mission needed 33% more damage. I don't think Canderous Ordo needed that much. I'm not saying they're super awesome characters. I'm not saying some of the reworks are not good. I'm just saying, really, like, it does not, and I get it. They did some real cutesy stuff. You know, you go in there and you look at the clone troopers, for example, and you look at Rex, and they Rex's call sign is CT 7567, and they were real cute, and they gave him 7567 health and 75 and 65, and all of his numbers are 75 and 65. That's real neat. And they did the same thing over here to Fives, where all of his numbers have 5 in it. That's real neat. That's pretty cute. I don't know if those characters really need those stats or not. It's cool that you were cute, but you were cute on something that's going to cost a player $300 or $400, maybe more for this individual piece.
Oh.
I do not think that now is the time to be cute. Now is the time. Look, here's the deal. They pushed on speed. They did not rework the speed economy with the left side G12 pieces. Every character on the left side either gets 12 speed or they get 6 speed. That's a freaking push.
I'm going to stop your video, Finn.
Then the G12 pieces, the other 2 pieces, every character got 6 and 6. That's an additional push on speed. In other words, they basically are telling you, we are so scared of speed, we don't know how to fix it in the character kits, which leaves it up to RNG. In the G12 finisher, every character gets 8, which means they've actually made what happens with speed mods more important, not less important. I have a serious problem with almost everything I see with the G12 finisher. The pieces look either phallic or they look like sexual devices. The pieces cost a bunch of money. It's overpriced and it doesn't help the character. And it uses dumb gear, which doesn't make sense. I'm literally trying to find something that is good, and I'm having a hard time finding a good thing to say about G12 finisher.
That's because there is nothing.
All right, let's get Mist in here and Loki in here. Mist, what do you got to say, buddy? All right, they just did porks. I'm stopping their video. You you went too far, so there you go.
Well,
they were warned.
Being free to play, Gear 12 finishers suck. I mean, they just plain suck. I now have several more days of data for drop rates on the cryotech, shock prods, and computers, and I'm out of, let me see how many days it was. I believe it was, God, how many days was that? 17. No, that was only about 10 days of shock prods. Got me about a 20% drop rate, and about 7 days of computers, and I have a 22.8% drop rate.
Damn, you lucky.
I know. I have a feeling that number on the computers is going to go down. I have a feeling that they're set at about a 20% drop rate based on the numbers I have. So that's pretty crappy. That's pretty crappy. And that's me, who's able to drop 590 energy, 670 energy, 460 energy, 700 energy one day. I'm able to spend the energy because I don't have a lot of other characters I'm farming. I'm only farming one character off of normal energy, and that's the Droideka Destroyer Droid. And for the average player, the Cryotech gear is a massive wall. You either pay or you slow farm and you just spend forever trying to dredge through all these pieces of gear. Or with the new currencies, you spend all of your currency on that and then get stuck behind the other pieces that are only available from the stores. So for a free to play, it's a huge kick in the nuts. It's basically I'm just going to fall further behind, and I mean, it's just got to accept it. I mean, if you're going to keep playing, congratulations, welcome to Galaxy Heroes. You should have learned by now. You know what I mean? It's Gear 12. The Gear 12 finishers are a massive wall for free to play, and I'm already only going. I only equip Gear 12 plus pieces. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of 11, 12 pieces of Gear 12 plus equipped on all of my characters. So, take that for what you will. I have a feeling that's not going to increase drastically. And now I have to worry about Gear 12. Excuse me. Gear 12 finishers on top of all that. And it's going to be a huge, for players like me, free to play, it's going to be a massive undertaking in determining which characters you take to Gear 12 or Gear 13 first. And I have a sneaking suspicion that, eventually, I mean, the nice thing about being free to play, though, there is one nice thing. I get to watch everybody else make the mistakes and then figure out who the best characters to put that Gear 12 finisher on first is. Is it actually General Grievous, who gets up to 112,000 health with Gear 13? Or is it going to be my Darth Revan or my Jedi Knight Revan? Or is there another, like, Diamond in the Rough character that turns from total piece of crap, useless character to an absolute balls to the wall, bonkers, mind-blowingly amazing character that can, single-handedly take out entire squads? Like, is Enfys Nest going to be like the next just insane, absolutely unstoppable monstrosity with a Gear 13? These are the kind of questions that you got to ask, and I think that as a free-to-play, it's just it doesn't make the game fun. It just doesn't. Awkward.
Sorry, I got distracted. Loki, what are your thoughts, buddy? Oh, we got a donation from Kane77, $2. Says, love to see the vets in here. LOL. I'm trying to get Warrior. Warrior, message me. Just for some reason, I can't find you in here. I'll send him the.
Warrior's trying to be low profile.
Oh well, then I won't.
How dare he?
No, he's not.
He needs to get his butt in here.
All right, let me look here.
Don't make me drive all the way to Colorado. I'll be there in like 2 days, Warrior.
No, you won't.
Mandalorian, how do you feel about it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Loki Miller, get your thoughts in here. Or not.
Where's Mandalore? Is Mandalore still on the stream?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, cool.
What's your thoughts? I put out a video, and the part of the title was I just feel bad for F2P because they're so beyond screwed, more screwed than they've ever been before. I mean, when the Super Krakens start rolling out all the finishers in Arena and F2P can't beat them because of all the crazy stat inflation, they're not going to get first payouts. They're not going to get top 10 payouts, maybe, unless they have a really friendly shard. And yeah, it's just going to spiral. I mean, I think back to my World of Warcraft days. They literally had to do a reverse split on stats because the stats became so overinflated. And I wonder if that's the trajectory that this game is headed for, quite honestly. Forget about all the cost to it. It's just the numbers are just in the stratosphere at this point.
Sir Loki, anything you want to add?
I don't know. I mean, you guys brought up all the good points already. I mean, I do feel bad for free to play, but I mean, they did mention, right, that they're probably going to do away with regular arena, or they've kind of been alluding to that. So maybe this is the way to separate the whales and the krakens and all that, because if they only do Grand Arena Championship now, then the lower or the free to plays will all be in the same bracket, right? And there's no I guess way that you'd be paired up with a kraken, I guess, unless they really screw it up. But I'm just kind of thinking ahead and kind of theory crafting how they're going to do the whole thing. But I mean, even as a whale, I mean, shoot, I'm a whale, man. I'm dreading it. I mean, nobody's really talking about.
That's pretty telling right there too. The fact that a whale's telling you that they're dreading it.
I'm dreading it, man. I mean, like I mentioned it in the streams before, is we're already seeing 200,000 combined Maliks, right? Protection and health with 70% armor. I mean, that's happening. And he's got 330 speed. So, I mean, imagine with Gear 13 and if they're coming out with new mods, and level 100, if you want to call it that. I mean, you're going to see some crazy tunes out there, and nobody's going to want to play anymore. It's just, it's silly,
well, Loki, do you think this is just a massive idea to divide the whales from the free-to-play? As in, with Grand Arena Championships coming up, they want everyone to be clearly separated from where they should be?
That's a possibility.
That's a possibility, but the problem is it's a residual. So whether or not that's their purpose, I think obviously their purpose is they want more conversion, right? So they want free-to-plays to go to pay-to-play. And this is the way they do it, is they buy these gear packs and they go into the whale guilds, so they get influenced to purchase more. That's just what happens when you can't go into a whale guild and be free to play. It's not going to happen. You're going to get tempted to buy something, and that's just the way it is. But I wanted to kind of talk about nobody's talking about we talked about Geo territory battle. One of the things I think a lot of people are missing, and this is just me thinking, is we can get all the GP in the world. So let's say all the Team Instincts gear up, we get 280 to 300 mil, and all the Mighty Wallets gear up, and you guys do a 300 mil GP guild, right? But nobody's talking about, like, if this content's going to be super hard, I mean, what if Gear 13's not enough and you still can't even max out the stars, man? Nobody's talking about that. And that's really what I dread as a whale is, let's say we max all our crap out and we still can't beat it, right? So I don't know where they're going to go from here.
I mean, it's highly possible.
It's crazy, man.
I'll
it's crazy what they're doing here.
With
Seriously,
how their conversion went, it's highly possible. Because if you're saying you easily clear the dark side territory battles in all 48 stars, but you're only projected to get 20 to 24 of the 33 stars, like, how maxed out do your rosters have to be?
And there's still RNG. You still have to fight, and you got to win the battles. You can't max it out going 2 for 4, right? In phases, in waves.
The real question is, do you need the Tuskens at Gear 13 to beat these battles?
That would be ridiculous.
I mean, not for nothing, though.
I mentioned in the chat right now.
It's only half joking, though, because, like, what other characters in the dark side do I need? Are my Imperial Troopers all at Gear 12 plus, And with good mods, are they not going to be able to clear a single phase of this territory battle?
No, I'm sure we will.
That's scary. I don't know. That's the problem. And what is it? It's four phases, or no, it's 4 days, right?
4 days.
Okay, so where does the difficulty start, and then where does it end? Because they're not going to give us a day one difficulty, right? That's what I'm thinking.
They're talking about guilds 100 to what, 110 GP are supposed to get 1 to 2 stars.
Yep.
Yeah,
What?
80 GP gets 1 star. 80 GP gets 1 star, and they're saying guilds between 140 and 1 stick. Again, your mileage may vary, right? And I'm telling you right now, if you told me your guild was 140, I can't tell you how many light side stars you would get. So that means they're better than me, and I play it, and I have a spreadsheet that'll lock in all the amounts. So they're better than me at predicting stuff. Don't ask me how they do that, but they're better than me. And they're telling you that that if you're 140 to 160, you're going to get between 10 and 14. I don't think they really know. That's the reason why the best thing to get out of that is the italics text. Your mileage may vary. That is,
and I totally get it. They want to release this new content, and it has to last until the next wave of content.
14
right?
months. It's got to last 12 to 14 months.
It's got to last a year and a half. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God!
Oh man!
Look who it is. Look who's this pimp coming up.
About time, Warrior. Damn.
Oh, look at that smooth play. What's going on, Warrior?
Stop it! Oh my gosh, he did this during the roster review.
Oh man.
Oh, he knows he's muted.
Look at those crazy eyes.
Oh.
I like that high and tight.
You're making tits swoon right now. She loves it.
Stop it! He did this during the roster review too. Remember?
What's going on, Warrior?
What's happening? How are you guys doing?
Well, we're
Good,
dealing
man.
with stupid Finn doing stupid stuff, but other than that, it's going well. Got to get
You're
your thoughts.
just replacing one stupid guy for another.
No. I'll take you any day of the week over Finn. Look at that dummy. Okay. Time out again. I can't deal with that. Bye-bye.
And Finn's only a doctor.
There we go. We got rid of him.
He's a doctor, and he's better.
Yeah, we don't need no doctors.
So you've been hearing us kind of chat about this a little bit, Warrior. What are your takes on everything?
So I've been actually in a conference call on the other line, and I was just popping in texting while I was talking. So I'm guessing you guys are going crazy up on the cryotech. The cryotech craziness.
Well,
not so much that.
We did do cryotech, but then we talked about pack prices. We talked about potentially the way the store looks and how and what the exchange rates are in the Grand Arena Championship store. I don't know if you've actually looked at what each piece does and the other pieces besides cryotech it takes to make it. But 2 of the pieces take Rancor gear, and we just made 1 Rancor gear super valuable and the rest of them not so valuable. It's super weird. Everything about G13. Yeah. I was looking for like a silver lining, like what's good about G13, right? Like what's good about this G12 finisher? Is there something that I can go, man, you really hit it out of the park on that one?
Yes, really? If you are a whale, you will be able to be in a high-end guild, get a bunch of the currency, buy the little pieces. It's going to take you forever as a whale, which means that everybody else isn't going to get any. No rainbow characters for anybody else, but for whales, they're going to have a bunch of these rainbow characters, which are going to basically separate the pack. And that's, I think, what they're trying to do is separate the pack, give the whales that advantage that they once upon a time had before. I remember when I first started, I bought Sunfac, and because of Sunfac and Sunfac alone, I was #1 in Arena for like 6 months. And that's a purchased advantage, right? And so I think that's what Gear 13 is going to do. I don't really think you can sugarcoat it. Like it's straight up that every piece you need is like you got to buy it. Really, you can't farm the amount of stuff that you got to get. Like people are talking about cryotech, like farming it. Well, at least it's farmable. I'm like, what? Like farmable with crystals? Like you can't use crystals to farm that stuff. You'd use like 1,100 crystals to get the same amount that you would just buy them for 700, and they know that. So it just gives you the habit of going into the store and clicking 700 unless you're just farming for them to farm for them because you're just bored and that's what you want to do. But it's a complete, like, full stop. Boom, it's done. Like, you're not moving forward. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You are stopping progress. Anybody who has rainbow characters, and they're going to pop and trigger crazy stuff. I was looking at some of my characters, and think about, like, Joe Lee. Do you know how much health he gains in Gear 12 that doesn't actually apply to mods? That once you pop it, he's going to think that massive mod percentage boost, he's going to be like 75,000, 80,000 health with his defense at like 60%. You're going to hit him for like $8,000, $6,000. He's just going to laugh because it's not even going to hurt him. And think about that in territory wars where you're going against a team that's comparable to you, but your team's the invincible team nobody can beat because all they have are Gear 12 and your Gear 13 team. Even if you only have a couple people with those Gear 13, it's going to stop every other team in their tracks. They're not going to be able to beat it. So I don't know. It's definitely a separation. They're trying to create a definitive separation between the high end and the rest.
You think JKR is a timeout team now?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to increase. They're gonna have to increase arena match times to like 10 minutes.
It's nuts. I mean, the pricing, just everything, it's crazy.
Two
world.
words. Just 2 words.
Go ahead. Yes.
Power creep.
Big time.
I'm not gonna lie, it's very liberating to not want to spend money in this game anymore.
It is. It really is, man.
I haven't spent since September 16, man.
I don't know what that date was, but I haven't spent since the first light side Jedi Revan came out. So whenever that date was is the last time I spent, and it's the last time I'm going to.
October last year.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tits.
Do any of you guys have the need, like the desire to start over an account, like similar to what Warrior did, but play free to play straight?
So I did that.
Yes.
Before I started this last semester of college classes that I took, and I had to stop playing it because it was that much of a time sink that I'm doing online classes, working full time. I wasn't going to be able to focus on a brand new account, so I put it on hold, and I don't even want to go back to it. I don't even want to go back to it. So
I wish I had the
props
time.
to Warrior for running Scissorman.
Yes, for sure. Because I wish I could carve out the time, but I've stopped even placing number 1 in Arena lately because it's just too much time. And I don't want to remod either. Remodding is one of my least favorite things in this game. So I'll just take what I can get and I move on.
Are we ready to go to questions?
Yeah, we are.
Grande, stop being proactive about the damn agenda.
Well, we got to keep it moving along.
I mean, it's kind of my thing. I mean, it's kind of my thing.
My wife was just in here telling me it's bedtime, but I'm drunk, so we can do whatever we want.
No, that's not how this works.
Sorry.
All right. Anything else you want to offer before we get to questions? You want to hang out for some questions? There's going to be a lot of them, man. I mean, there's a buttload of questions.
Yeah, I might hang out for a little bit, not for a lot. I don't want to crash your guys' party too much.
You're always welcome to crash the party. Look at everybody else. We got Miss, we got you. Yeah, come hang out.
I'll see for however long I can hang out. I can probably hang out for a little bit. But just one last thought on those packs and stuff. They could make so much money if they would just hire me for marketing, but they don't.
I offered.
We were talking
I
about
offered.
that.
Warrior, I offered.
We were like
2 hours.
Me and Warrior, we have degrees. Get us in there. Military, ex-military guys. We'll go fix this.
I have no degree, but I can
have you guys seen like EA when they did the new what the heck is that game with oh my gosh, I played it for a minute. You shoot the missiles at each other.
Apex Legends.
No, I'm drawing a blank. I can't even believe it.
Command and Conquer, Rivals.
Yeah, Rivals. Yeah, like what the heck is wrong with me? But
Rivals.
I knew what you meant.
Their EA's marketing department. It's like, is it the development team or the marketing department? Because they're winning in that game. Like how they build packs in that game, how they build value in that game. I go into that game just to look at the packs. I'm like, wow, that looks cool. That's pretty neat. Like I wish we had, cool packs like that. I'm like pack envy. I'm like, I'm just going to go into other games and check out their packs and be like, what's your packs look like? Oh, look at all this bonus value. This is amazing. And then I come over to our game and it's like,
Raid.
$30 for one piece of gear and $100 for 3 pieces of gear. Yay! The value.
I never played Command & Conquer Rivals, but I played another game that I play exclusively free-to-play, which is Pacific Rim Breach Wars, because I love the Pacific Rim movies. Well, the first one, at least. And this game, the equivalent, it's similar to Galaxy of Heroes, but the equivalent is I get to open about 6 to 7 Chromium packs per day for free.
It's so strange. Yeah. The economies in these games are like not comparable to each other.
It's crazy, man, because I'm playing this game and I look at it and I'm like, if they did half this stuff in Galaxy of Heroes, the player base would be retained by at least 60%.
They would make money hand over fist.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, what these prizes do is it takes the mini Krakens, the Dolphins, people like that out of the mix, because there's some people that, if they're involved in a game, like World of Warcraft is a perfect example of this, they'll make the investment if the investment is worth the price, it's fair, and it's something that they love, right? This is a Star Wars game. We all love Star Wars. And we'll pay if the price is there. But if the price is not there and they don't have it, unless we talked about the addiction issue, but they're not going to spend it. I have that same shirt. Yes.
Urban Blast.
I talked to him the other day. I don't know when's the last time you talked to Warrior, but he's missing everybody. So, yes, good old Urban Blaster, the Assassin Master. I don't know if you know this, Warrior. I created a character in Dungeons and Dragons after Urban. I DMing a character, Fern, in Dungeons and Dragons, and every time he comes on, I do the voice of Urban, like, this is your bestest buddy in the whole freaking D&D universe.
I miss the gamer fuel. That's what I miss.
I know, gamer fuel. All right,
that's a great segue. So Nathaniel Morgan asks a question. He says, question for Mist, how's your Sith fighter? Mine is 5-star, 66 out of 85.
No. His is the same as mine.
3 stars, my friend.
All right.
And if I'd had the foresight, I would have left that bitch like Rose Taco.
Yep.
Unactivated.
Thane Kyrell asks a question. The question is from Miss McVenom.
No.
Finity gave me the RSG stream ban many years ago because he said that I would troll you too hard. Can you put in a good word for me so I can get off the blacklists?
Finn saying no.
No.
Okay, so.
Well, no, hold on. But it's up to Miss
McVenom.
Yeah, Miss McVenom. What do you think? What do you think, Miss McVenom?
For Thane?
Yes, for Thane.
I believe everyone gets a second chance.
There you go. Lift the ban. If he messes up again, he gets permaban.
Helen X asked a question. He says, being as I am unable to stay in chat for the entire show, I had to ask our panelists today, isn't Miss McVenom one of the best voices on SWGOH?
It's true.
I totally agree. Helen X said the answer is yes, by the way, and I happen to agree with Helen X.
It's honestly the sweetest thing ever. Helen X is. Helen X and B. Masu are like the sweetest people I've ever met.
They're both great.
She's got a radio voice. I
don't. It's a hickish country voice, but
what's wrong with that?
I love hickish country voices.
Okay,
all right.
Let's go.
Next question. Uta asks a question. He says, He says, I'm spending currency in the stores, fleet, guild, etc. Do we believe for sure CG won't add a character, if any, to those stores? They've said in the past they're not going to add it to GW, Cantina Store,
Arena,
or Arena. But I think some of the other stores are still open for debate.
Yes, they can.
The Guild event store is the one I would be careful of.
Right. I would be very careful of the Guild Arena and the Guild event store. Yes.
The Guild stores are the ones that you'd be careful of. The other ones, Squad Arena, Galactic War, Cantina, those ones I think are set.
Yes. So Thank Kyrell asks a question. He says, for the brown Gandalf, that's me. How mad are you that the new cryo pieces aren't on a hard node? Totally agree. We need more options on places to get
I
cryo
agree.
tech from.
Yes.
I mean, whether it's a hard node, ship's node, they should put it in another store where you can use currency. Absolutely, that needs to be in more places. Uta asks a question. How much to get Grande and McVenom locked in a cage for 10 minutes?
Oh.
We're going to have a cage fight?
Yeah.
How much would you pay?
It depends. We both need $320 each so that we can buy all the packs.
Forget that.
I wouldn't buy a pack. I would buy a plane ticket to TwitchCon or like pack.
Good idea. What else? 73 asked a question. Felix's wife let him pick Hurricane for her middle name. Oh, we already answered.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did. My wife was flattered, by the way, but she only has brothers.
There you go. Rose Taco asked a question. He said McVenom.
He's gonna ask me about the daggone cross stitch. I already know.
Yeah, he is. Okay.
3 times. I'm
Okay,
chopping them all out together so that way nobody gets one.
They're on the way, folks.
Here's a great one. What else? 73 asked a question. What do you think of the new $7.99 Galactic Bundle Pack in the store?
We love them.
It's not a new pack. We've seen it before. I think this is the direction the game needs to go. I know we complained a lot about the other packs. $7.99 pack, I think, and they've released this $7.99 pack before. They did it. Remember, we had a challenge where some people got it for $6.99 and some people got it for $8.99. There was like a goofy challenge with it. So hopefully they fixed that and they fixed it back up. Revenator. Anybody else disagree with the $7.99 pack?
So it depends on what kind of player you are. It depends on where you are in the game. I don't like it, but it's a decent value.
Okay. The
You get a
Revenator
lot for it. It's
yes,
just not enough to like finish anything up, and so
totally agree with you. Revenator asked a question with Darkside TB coming, but releasing Shock T beforehand. Before that. Before the team will be needed for Lightside TB, do you think CG is just trying to distract everyone before they release? No, I'm not, the Eternal Twins. That's a dumb question, but they are trying to distract us because
You read the whole thing too.
That's how he gets me all the time. What?
I'm sorry. So Nathaniel Morgan asked another question. Question. I'm gonna paraphrase. Question for Ranger: since CG has packs ranging from $8 to $100, will he rescind his previous statements about them not catering to all spending levels?
No.
Offering one shitty pack for $7.99 is not catering to the low spenders.
No.
I don't feel like they did enough.
What's in that pack again? What is in that pack? What?
Garbage.
I think. Well,
it's literally like the table scrap pack is what it is. It's like 300 arena. Here, let me pull it up real quick.
Shard shop currency.
Yeah,
and
it's got shard shop currency.
And you get some salvage. You get some slicing material.
Well, that's all geared towards a new player, though. Come on.
Look,
I am gonna tell you that I think that pack is a good value.
I mean, for a new player, it is honestly.
No. That pack should be $2.99.
What?
Hands down. $2.99.
Yeah.
10
That's what that should
pieces of a bunch of pieces of gear. Not even any stun cuffs.
John Davies asked a question. What's wrong with sarcasm? Keep the red flag flying higher. Okay. Because a Buzz asked a question. Do you
start picking people, Grande? Let's get Mandalore, Warrior, all those people involved.
Okay. Warrior, they asked a question. Do people really expect us to pay $348 for gear in the store? I get the Krakens will buy it, but it seems to destroy the Dolphins and below.
Let me think. Yes.
They did.
$5,000 a month, bro. $5,000 a month.
Mom's credit card out and purchase it. It will be fun and it will help. Like one character.
Yeah.
For the $348, you'll get one character partially up one gear level.
I could take Shock T to Gear 7 with that.
Oh, man. Question for Mandalore. Skywalker Vader asked a question. The question is, do you think G13 is good for the health of the game, or is it bad for the game overall? What do you think, Mandalore?
I'll go back to what I said before. I think it's just pure inflation and giving us Kraken something new to go for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think it's somewhat also like tiers up the Kraken, like gives them some kind of competitive edge against each other, to where they kind of divide up the super Krakens versus the regular Kraken?
I mean,
You're not wrong.
That's so funny that you mentioned that.
Maybe, but I think
we're going from
at the hyper Kraken levels, it'll just be negligible. Like everyone else has said, it'll just separate us from everybody else, which I
Yes.
don't think is good.
I was in a
Moby Dicks to Krakens to Dolphins, or to Whales to Dolphins to free to play.
I will tell you, this was kind of funny. I was in a chat with like 3 other whales, and the chat started out with, well, how many G12s do you have, and how many G12s do you have? And I said, guys, let's stop comparing G12s, and let's just say, go count how many G12 5 maxed characters you have, and tell me that number, because at this point, a G12 is not really as important as what's your max character that could go to G13. And so everybody was like 12, 21, 42. I mean, it was all over the map. And I was like, now we're talking where we can actually talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Question for McVenom. Let's do this question for McVenom. DSP asked a question. At this point, are we able to farm alpha blood at all, but alpha brood at all before Geo TB? Do you think we will be able to farm alpha brood before Geo TB?
No. Why would they? Why would they let us farm them before? Well, unless they're going to put them in a platoon. Do you guys think they're going to put them in a platoon?
No, it's going to be the same thing as Captain Han Solo.
Yeah, they're thinking to be like Captain Han and
just a little bit before the TV.
And Stark. Yeah.
Oh,
you mean
yeah,
if
I
they're
remember
gonna
that.
Captain Han, like they're gonna screw up and then end up taking him out of territory? that's
No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that.
No, never.
They got resources now, man.
Never release content.
Hey,
So,
Warrior,
like, how
Warrior.
early are we thinking? Like,
Be a
how-
warrior.
Bye, Warrior. Is he
Bye,
leaving? Is he
Warrior.
leaving? Okay, he's saying bye-bye.
Bye,
How
Warrior.
early are we thinking? Like, when will they?
A week
I
or
think
two.
We don't know. Yeah.
Week or two, I
Week
think, is
before.
about the best. This is a great
And then
question.
2 months later, he won't be in the game anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
100.
Great question for Ranger. This is from Guzza Buzza. The question is, so we get banned if someone hacks our account? I think that's an interesting question.
It's pretty rare for people
Yes.
to hack accounts, isn't it?
But-
So,
Like to hack into your account.
I think.
Well, they'd have to get your either what is
You
it?
have to be giving away your
place,
password.
the play,
Yeah.
They could physically
Player-
steal your phone,
player
though, right?
ID.
Game Center. That's what it's called. The Game Center info or your Apple or your Google Play information. So.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, that's a permanent offense before this even began, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's already part of this additional stuff that they're adding. So, yeah.
This is a question they got asked before, but I just want to kind of go over it again. And who's in the chat that I haven't called on yet? Ranger, you know.
Let's go to
Loki.
Loki.
Cyber Shark is
Loki.
in here.
No, we don't
I
care.
go
I'm not
Loki
here.
and
They're just
I'm not
being.
here. What are you
They're
talking
just
about?
being buttholes.
Loki,
Yeah.
we'll ask you this question.
They
This
said
question
yes.
is from Kane77. The question is, as an alliance recruiter, I'm curious if we will see movement.
We
like did
answered this already.
We answered that one. It was a super chat question.
Okay, the next question. Then I'll give you the next question, which is from DSP. DSP asks for Sir Loki. Is the Hoth TB next, or can you do the Geonosis, the Dark Side Geonosis one?
Geonosis.
I have no clue, but probably they're gonna launch it. I mean, they gotta start making their money. So
It's next.
maybe the next one after
it's
this
supposed to be
territory war,
next
there
week.
it's gonna be the choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the choice. So yeah.
I think it's supposed to be next week.
After the 26th.
Interesting. Okay. Question here for Mandalore. This is from Bones Jones, 159. Question: how do people cheat in the game? I know about the mod thingy, but is there something else?
I mean, the mod thing's probably been the most prevalent since CG did some of those quote unquote perma bans on the crystal hackers. I'm sure there's other stuff. I'm personally not aware of other forms of cheating, but I'm sure where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, super nerds. Russian hackers, no collusion.
The people that got Trump elected.
There you go.
All right, King Felix.
Okay,
Hold on, King Felix. Sober up, buddy, or you're gonna go to timeout. You keep saying random shit like that.
Okay, question for
Come on, I haven't got any questions, Grande. What the hell?
Okay, question for King Felix.
Yes.
This is
TJ Miller.
This is this is from Jason Krulik. The question is, my guild is around 160 million GP, and we would like to scoop up some good people who would fit good with our guild. Where's the best place to advertise?
Good question.
I do think it is Facebook at this point. I know a lot of people recruit on Reddit, but at this point, from what I see, it's Facebook is getting the most. It has the most recruiting and has the most. I see people all the time posting like, "My guild only has 30 active people. What do I do?" I think it's Facebook, but I'm not very active on Reddit, so maybe they have better, marketing for your guild.
Okay.
I gotta interject real quick.
Go
I
ahead.
think Hellenix's guild
Yes,
searching
that's another
great choice.
Is a great
Yes.
spot.
And that's
Pretty
on
much-
Discord, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of the larger Discord servers. Arnold T101 has a guild recruitment
Yep.
channel on his
If
server.
you don't have Discord, you need to get it if you're
Well,
serious about this game.
Yeah, you got to have Discord anyway. Don't get into a guild with Line. Line is for weebs.
Oof. Yeah.
True story.
Question for Miss Passier. This is from Can't Touch This. The question is, why did Dr. Finn choose to showcase Drevenix tablets on a giant leaf?
To show that they're natural.
How else was he supposed to showcase the Drevenix tablets? I mean, come on.
Great question. Question for McVenom. The question is from the Revenator.
I think she's getting more wine.
Oh, she is. Okay. Question for Ranger J 1999. Is Wells Fargo accepting loan applications for G13 funding, asking for a friend's friend?
Yes. You've seen the commercial, that you can get the what was the APR on that, Grande? I mean, it's got your name associated with it.
I think the
80%.
Yeah,
80%.
We are loan shark level on the interest rate on that.
Anything above 25% is criminal usury, so yeah.
No, then we got to go for 40, 45, so there we go.
Venom come back yet?
No, she's not back yet.
Okay.
I am here.
Oh, she is back. Okay, there she
I'm
is.
eating banana bread that I made.
Oh.
Okay, so, awesome. So this is a question for you from What Else 73. The question is, when McVenom gives you a hard time, Ranger, how much past the tip does she go?
Oh my!
It's never just the tip.
Never just
the tip. That's the right answer. There we go.
I respect her for that, because she's not going to just fool around. It just do what she needs to do, and then that's it. So
get in, get off, get out.
She doesn't play games. She's not into games. So.
Perfect. Ranger J 1999. Question from Nathaniel Morgan. If I can convince someone to buy something that has bad value and then they come back and buy it again, doesn't that make me good at business?
No.
No, that just means you've got people.
Just because you can take advantage of people does not mean you're good at business. That just means you're good at conning people and taking advantage of them.
Mm-hmm.
Great question. Great answer. Sir Loki, question from the Revenator. When Grievous goes to G13, CG said Grievous could reach 95k health, but can actually be closer to 150k health with optical modding. So
what was the question?
So General Grievous, the question is, General Grievous can reach 95k health, but
No.
but
You can get him.
and actually
you can
get
high
him
enough.
closer to 150k with optimal modding. So when are they going to modify IPD's massive damage attack? What he means is, yeah, the basic answer, Revenator, is IPD is where IPD is, 100k.
Mhm.
So you blow up and you may not kill him.
Still a great question, though.
It is a great question. Rose Taco asked a question, and I will give this question. Who's on right now? And I will give that. Sir Loki actually didn't answer that last question.
Nope.
So
He's
Sir
back.
Loki, are you back? All right. Sir Loki.
Yes, sir.
We'll give you this question. The question is from Rose Taco. Now that Grievous and Magna Guard are reworked, what is the Grievous team?
I don't know. I'm still thinking Grievous, Magna Guard, B1, B2, and then the fifth you can probably throw like Nute Gunray or.
I like Nute on that team. What about Droidica?
Yeah, I think.
What about Droidica?
Yeah, Droidica. I mean, you can do the traditional one, but I like to squeeze in Nute Gunray, man. I mean, he's
really
going to be good. Yeah.
Good.
Well, don't you think he's gonna be on his own team come
Could.
the new rework with Dooku?
He could be. I mean, but then it's like, what do you put on the Nute Gunray team, right? I mean, do you
Well-
break up Asajj Ventress out of
No,
you know,
you've got the
Night Sisters?
Geos, man. You got the Geos, man.
And Wat Tambor.
Mm-hmm.
Wat Tambor's coming.
It's going to be a lot of. It's going to be. I think the thing is with what
I don't know.
they've done.
Or you put Wat with the other droids. I don't know.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of combinations.
Wat Tambor, I totally forgot about that. All right.
Yeah.
Next question for Miss Passier. Miss Passier, I'm going to give you a softball, okay?
Well, the last one was a softball, so
Well,
I'm
gonna
cool
give
with that. I'm cool with
okay,
that.
so here you go. So what is the mod set for the Grievous team? Mod set.
Okay, so the Grievous team.
I'm guessing he wants the whole team, but let's start with Grievous and then work our way
Okay, so
around.
Grievous, obviously, you want all health set. You want health primary on your arrow, your cross, your circle. The only mod you're not going to put a health primary on are obviously the diamond and the square, because you can't put anything but defense and offense on those. But you will probably want crit damage on the triangle mod. That's the way I would mod him, and you can still get him up to over 100,000 health with conservative mods, not even like balls to the wall mods. At Gear 13, obviously 6E mods. And he can hit for 88 to 100,000 with his special attack at that level. Crit, obviously. And then you don't really need to focus too much on speed with Grievous. Obviously, you want him to have somewhere around 70 to 100 extra speed with those mods, but you're focused primarily on health, because you want Grievous to hit as hard as he can when he does take a turn. You want him to have decent crit, obviously, because otherwise that crit damage triangle is useless. So you want his crit at least over 50%, so you're getting at least some bang for your buck there. And then so B1, obviously just speed. He has 1 health, no protection. You want offense and speed, basically. No crit chance, obviously, because he can't crit. And then the crit damage, yeah, it's debatable. Is pretty much useless, obviously, because you can't crit damage, useless. Droidica, Destroyer Droid is going to go pretty much all offense. Same thing, can't really crit. He does raw damage, or what do they call it? True damage.
Yeah.
So he doesn't crit either, so crit damage is useless on him. Plus his little overcharge, or whatever the hell it's called, is basically just stacking on top of his base damage. So you want offense. You don't want speed, because you want him to be slow to stack up those charges so that he just wrecks people when he does take a turn. B2, you want potency. You don't care about speed on him. So the nice thing about the GG team is that you don't really need speed on anyone. It's a completely counterintuitive team. You don't really need speed on anyone except B1, and then Magna Guard, you just want to max out his health and protection. He doesn't need to be fast either, it's an interesting team. You don't have to, and that's what's nice about that team is it doesn't require god mods to be a good team. And with this latest rework, it's even better. Arnold T101, obviously, he was all over that rework. He put out a video today showcasing just how just balls to the wall crazy. Just Gear 12, mind you, Gear 13 is not even in the game yet. Gear 12 General Grievous team, the cookie cutter team, basically, with just the droids, is wicked good. And you don't need, like I said, you don't need god mods to accomplish it. Because General Grievous is going to get extra turns. IG-100 is going to get extra turns. B2 just gets extra turns. I mean, Destroyer Droid, you don't need him to take turns because he has that damage immunity, and then he just wrecks people when he does take a turn. So it's a great team, and I would honestly put it up there with like the A teams after this rework. And the reason for that is because of the mods. You don't have to have god mods on it. It can be your A team with your B set mods. It's great. It's a perfect team. So I'll stop rambling now.
All right.
Oh no, you're good. Okay, next question. We're gonna go to
Grande. Real quick, let's do 5 more minutes of questions. We can't get to all of them, but let's try to as many.
All right,
as we can.
these are the last 2 I've got before a refresh. So
Okay.
John Moran asked this question. We'll give it to King Felix. Did they just get rid of gear you can buy for credits in the shipments?
No, they moved it to the top, motherfucker. Woo, yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
I guess King Felix was sorry about that, buddy.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Give him the next one.
That was pretty passionate there.
Did I miss something?
It's okay. It's okay. I want to give this question to Mandalore because I know Mandalore's taking some time to look at this question. This question is from John Moran. He asked the question, so what so far are the top characters to take to G13 other than your arena?
Ooh. Other than your arena.
I think it's a really great question.
Yeah, I mean, Gigi's definitely up there just because he's going to get such crazy boosts from 13.
Yeah.
So I want to interject real quick because I saw something earlier from our guild chat that me and Rangers Guild, they were talking about taking Han and Chewie for ship arena as well.
That makes sense to make them faster, yeah.
If ships is where you make a lot of your crystals, you might want to invest there.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Especially if they get the speed boost to the vessel as well. Yeah.
We have no idea what G13 does for ships.
Yeah, we don't know.
Exactly, but I have to imagine it does something. It's got to, right? Is that just me? It's got to do something for your ships, don't it?
Yeah.
We still don't know.
Yeah. But outside the arena team, I would probably say whatever your non-mirror counter to Darth Revan is, whether that's Padme or Jedi Knight Revan or what have you.
Good call on that one. That's a great call. Whatever your non-mirror, yeah, that's an excellent call. I love that answer. Okay, let me refresh and see if we got any more.
No, there's maybe 1 or 2 more, but then we gotta wrap it up. We're coming on 3 hours, so.
Man, we haven't had a 3-hour stream in forever.
Well, there's a lot of stuff they dropped on us, man, and it was crazy. And I know that people have a lot of questions on it, so let's do 2 more.
Crap!
We can't get to all of them, Grande. There's no way.
No, there's no way.
But I think we're covering a lot of people's questions that they might have.
Let me just skim through here real quick and see if I can find some. When you guys chit chat for a minute, let me see if I can find some that are.
Well, as you saw, I got rid of stupid Dr. Finn. He did the stupid poopy emoji again, and I've just about had enough of him. So if Finn will type in chat that he's going to behave, maybe I'll let him back in. But if not, then no. Poopy emojis. I mean, it's crazy. He's lost his damn mind. He did the pork thing. He's been telling, like...
Well, he's also irritating me twice over. He's also texting. He's also texting me with funny pictures, and then him and Cyber are both driving me crazy.
Yeah.
He's in trouble tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Oh, here's a quick question. I want to give this one to let's give this one to Sir Loki. The question is from JG Hot One, and the question is, how ready are your Geos for the upcoming TB?
I like it.
My Geos are fine. I'm worried about Brood Alpha. That's the one I'm worried about. But my other ones are Gear 12 waiting, so I'm okay. But, you're probably going to need the Geos for the special missions. That's not a big secret. I mean, it's in Geonosian, territory. So I don't know. And again, I'm going back to what I mentioned earlier was, even though my stuff is Gear 12, I mean, is it good enough to win? Because now we probably all have to remod and put our arena mods on to even have a chance to clear the wave, So I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. So I think that's, we did a bunch of the videos here. I'm trying to think if there's any other playing on your phone, a bunch of junk.
One more, Wanda. You pick the one that you want to ask, and then.
All right. We're gonna ask this question. So here's a question from Grim. The question is: so what do you think?
I like it.
Play player in a semi-top heavy guild, 184 million GP guild. I will be ahead of the curve on G13. Theoretically, we should be able to do decent in Geo TB. Will free-to-play players who are basically in good guilds do better with G13? Ranger, what's your thoughts on that? That's the last question for today.
Well, I mean, your guild. I mean, we already talked about there's going to be guild shuffling and things of that nature. So there's one aspect there. It's going to be hard to gauge, right? So this is the thing that guilds are going to have to decide on. For instance, I'm just going to use Light Side TV as an example. As an example, if Light Side TB value is more than what you'll get from Geo, then you should stick with Light Side TB until you get to the level that you can go into Geo and get something out of it. If you go into Geonosis territory battle, say you get 4 or 5 stars, does that equate to value more than you would get from a Light Side TB with the amount of get and other things that you get? It's not just the get you get, it's also as you progress to each phase, you get the additional guild event tokens and other things, right, that you may still need. Especially in Dark Side territory battles, that's the same thing. People that are working on Malik, do they have Malik 7-star? You're going to get less of the regular guild event tokens than you would out of the new Geo TB. Yeah, you're getting the new stuff, you're getting less of the MK1s and more of the MK2. So as a guild, you're going to have to decide. As a free-to-play player, you may be in a situation where you're in a top-end guild. A lot of free-to-play players are, because they've gotten to that point with their GP that that they've got Krakens in their guilds that will cover them for a lot of stuff, and they'll reap the rewards. Some people are not going to be in that case, and this is why we say there's going to be a lot of movement. Some people that want to be moving up and get into the new content, and some people that don't. It's happened every time we've had new content, so I can't tell you at that level with your guild how many are wells, how many are not, how effective you'll be in the new events, so it's
I think it's a tough call. I think you answered it great. It's a tough call.
Jace Jacobine says keeping on, guys. Always very good advice, especially given the game these days. Thumbs up. Thank you for that donation of $4.99.
Thank you.
Filled the glass up with some poopy filled baby rangers, so that's what we need. All right. That being said, we are going to end the stream. I want to let our special guests, Mandalore and Miss, pimp their stuff. Mandalore, my MCMW brother in the badass helmets. Where can folks check you out on YouTube?
I got a channel. I'll link it through the chat, and then I'll link it through the RSG Discord server.
Yeah, send it to Finn, and then we'll put it in the description.
I posted it in chat earlier. Some people were asking for it, so I posted it earlier.
And send it to Finn.
Mandalore is a great guy. He really is. You guys really do need to go check out his stuff. Let me grab the link again, and I'm going to post it now. Everybody just go over there and give him a like. Go watch some of his stuff. Relatively new to the YouTube scene, but been around for a long time. I'm going to tell you right now, I endorse him. I like him. I like him a lot. So go give him.
He's our homie, man.
He is without a doubt. He is our he is a really good guy, and he's going to give you sound advice, and that's really what you're looking for. sound, rational advice. Comes from a different perspective. Whale with a different perspective than even myself, Loki, and Warrior. So give it a good like.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, my friend. Mist, where can folks check you out at?
Here. Oh no. Actually, this is probably about the only other place I hang out on YouTube anyway. Actually, but yeah, Thursday night streams, 8:30 Central. It's pretty much the only time I'm on YouTube anymore. I don't really post anything other than my just live streams. Try to keep it casual, obviously a little more, shall I say, parental advisory. NSFW, probably don't want to stream it at work. Yeah, Twitter is pretty much the only other place I'm on. You can join my Discord, but hey, unless you plan on talking, there's not a whole lot going on there. So I don't really do a whole lot.
That's a terrible self-promotion right there.
But you know what?
By the way,
this is a hobby. This is for fun. I just enjoy shooting the crap and enjoying just the conversation. So Thursday nights, you can catch me, ask me questions. Basically, if you hit me up on any of my social media, if you hit me up anywhere, comments on my videos, and even my oldest videos, like I pay attention when I get comments. So if you post a question, post a comment, I am always doing my best to answer every question, every comment, and every concern that anybody has.
Absolutely.
So. I gotta say something. I know I got a little guild members in here, and I got a lot of people who are in my guild system. It is a joke that we say is Grande still playing, and it has to do with if you actually
watch Riemann yesterday.
You have to watch Riemann's show. Riemann, he's a nincompoop, and he's clueless half the time. He literally did not know if I was playing or not, and he asked if I was still. I am definite. I mean, the only reason I'm not playing currently is because my phone is not in my hand. I mean, I promise you guys.
You should have said Riemann. Is Riemann still streaming?
I did. I mean,
I've got Nox up right now.
I mean, for everybody who's concerned about whether or not I still play the game, yes, I still play the game. And I'm saying this because 2 people PM'd me, and those 2 people were genuinely concerned about me. I am still playing. It is a joke.
Yes. Good old Riemann, and Riemann started it all. All right. Yeah. With that being said, Finn, I hate you so much right now, and I'm going to let Tits destroy your monkey ass when we get done here. So, with that, we're going to go to our ending credits. So let's go there. And let me pull up first our Patreons. We always want to shout out all our Patreons. All your support is appreciated. But these folks, especially, these are our gold Patreons that donate, I think $25 or more, $20 or more, something around that mark. And we super much appreciate it because all your donations, all your Patreon goes to keeping the channel alive and well. And we couldn't do it without it. And all the patrons we appreciate, and we appreciate these folks the most. And if you'd like to become a gold Patreon or Patreon just in general, check out the link below. It is always appreciated, and the money's put to good use. I can tell you that right now. All right, that being said, let's do the ending stuff. This is RSG. We do this stream every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's the longest running live stream in the community. We break down all the latest and greatest news and notes. There's some other shows we need to talk about. Saturday is the Jedi Academy. If you've not checked that out, 10 a.m. Eastern on this channel. We bring the best and brightest like Warrior, Riemann, every person we can, Jedi Master Dasha, and it's a Q&A show. If you have questions about the game, great source to get these game changers and other folks in there that will answer your questions and give you some really, really fantastic advice. During the week, we do some things. Monday through Friday, we do our lunch stream. Every day, we do the lunch stream from 12 to 1 p.m. where we just hang out. We'll do Ross reviews. We'll answer your questions. I'll suffer through depression with the mods, but you guys seem to enjoy it, so there you go.
Oh man, that was so painful to watch you.
It's awful. No, it's every day. It's every day, Mist. So you can, if you think you got it bad, just come watch me do mods. It's even worse.
Oh, you know I get all the best slicing when I'm streaming.
I know you always hit and I never do. I can't. The other thing is we're going to be doing Grand Arena Championships are coming up, so make sure you follow and subscribe to us on Twitch, so you can check out that content. On Twitch also we do Battlefront. Sundays we do a D&D campaign. During the week, Mondays we have Stanley Red Gaming. He's been doing like South Park and the new Mortal Kombat and other games like that. Tuesday we have PC Gaming with Finn. I don't know if that's ever coming back. And then I do Battlefronts Tuesdays and Fridays, where we hang out and do Battlefront. So there's a lot of content for you guys out there. We're starting to do stuff with Magic. Maybe one day we'll get that off and running. I don't know. I keep saying it, but it never happens. So I've pretty much given up on that. So
it's all Finn's decision, man. I'm ready to go.
Listen, listen. Yeah, my name's Paul, and that's between y'all. I'm not pimping it anymore till it's actually out there. I've been saying it for the longest time. And then finally, I have a lore series out there. If you guys have not checked it out, please do. I've got 6 videos out now. The latest one was on Mary Jade Skywalker. So after this, if you want to go check out the lore videos, please do.
Ranger's doing a great job with that, guys. And
yeah, he is.
I really just want to say, really and truly, go check out his lore videos. He really goes in depth. And Ranger's. I mean, I understand you're all here watching this because of RSG, but I do want to see that continue. So go give him some support on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe you'll learn about these characters that are in game and not and out. So, Tits, did you see that I did Mary Jade Skywalker?
Yeah. You know who I'm waiting for, though.
Yeah. Maybe if you're nice to me, I'll do that one next.
I'm always nice to you.
I know, but except when you're yelling at me.
Even then, I'm nice.
Okay, you are. So, I'll think about it. We'll see. It's going to come out Friday or Saturday, so we'll see what the next one is. But with that, we're going to wrap up. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate and love all you guys.